opening sound.
Well, hello, and welcome to tonight's episode of Loot, Die, Repeat, where a bunch of us Dragon Slayers, at least as of last week,
This is ridiculous.
we sit around and roll some dice, we do a lot of laughing at each other, and we do some collaborative storytelling known as Dungeons and Dragons. And we are excited to have you with us tonight as we continue our story in episode 20. So another 10 down, and who knows how many to go.
We all survived.
We do have our blood hunter and our bard on the way, but they're going to be a little bit late. The bard is had to work tonight, so she'll be here right from work, and the blood hunter is parked far, far away. So he is on his way
In a galaxy, maybe?
I mean, thankfully not. Just a parking lot far, far away. As always, you can catch up on any past episodes on YouTube. They're all up there, all 19 of them at this point. And you can also watch, getting the shine off of the heads. We can also watch, of course, here on Twitch, and we would love for you to follow and or subscribe on both channels. That would be wonderful, and share with others to let them know how awesome our bald heads are, and maybe how great the story is as well. And so we would appreciate that. You can also follow us on Instagram at Loot Die Repeat or LDR_DM. And we do want to remind you that you, as the viewers, have the ability to impact the game through the purchase of inspiration. And so for 100 bits, you can purchase inspiration for anyone here at the table.
Not the DM, though.
Including the DM. But I would encourage you to buy it for them. It's more fun that way. Mm-hmm. And we will use that inspiration for advantage at some point in the show. Depending on when it's purchased, it could potentially be carried over.
For 2 episodes.
For 2 weeks.
Especially if you buy it for the DM. And we also have several fun commands that you can type into the chat. You can type in ! Commands for a list of all of those commands that our awesome moderator Scooby-Doo put together. And they will do things like give you a recap of what happened last episode and how much experience you have as a looter here watching the show, and even some fun little mini games you can participate in. So we would certainly encourage you to do that, and you will see that going on in our chat on Twitch. YouTube, don't even worry about it. But for those of you watching live, you can participate with us. And I know that several of our players try, if we can, to watch the stream. Sometimes our internet is a little bit wonky, and so we don't want to overload things. But like right now, I don't think any of us are on the stream. That's okay. So, with that said, am I forgetting anything? All right.
Let's go fight some skeletons.
Yeah, well then let's pick up tonight's episode. Oh, here comes our blood hunter.
There he gets goodies.
Veggies. I should have veggie straws.
You get something undisclosed. You get something undisclosed. And these are for me.
All right. Well, while we have loud, noisy bags being opened, why don't we just open them all right now and get all of the noisiness out of the way? Do we have things to dump that stuff in?
Our mouths.
Yes.
Can we also play with our dice at this time, too?
Yeah,
Get all that noise out of the
there's
way.
really not a lot to say. But let's jump into tonight's episode
Dakota's
of...
shaking his head sadly.
Yeah, he's like, my ears. Of Loot, Die, Repeat.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Hey!
And we will begin with our customary recap. And so, our intrepid adventurers, Moniker, have followed their young little orphan friend, Kyle, into the Blue Alley, a magical dungeon that was created by a wizard named Kylier. After tracking him down, hiding in a secluded room, they have now been searching for a way of escape. Securing what seems to be an important gem, as well as several magical items, Moniker went room to room, finding and exploring until they came across one room in particular with a very attractive glowing sword, which our monk Sola decided she could not live without. Or maybe it was just Molly. As she traversed the platforms leading up to this glowing sword, the team fighting off different methods along the way. As she reached the sword, a large, ferocious brass dragon emerged out of the mist, screaming, seemingly insane, about letting go of his sword, and to stop all of the noise. Trying to figure out how they could assuage the wrath of the beast, yet unsuccessful. Even though Melsine knew exactly what she would have done if she would have been here. That's okay. The party fought valiantly, having several of the members downed, though kept alive, and eventually slew the insane brass dragon. Still not sure how to escape the dungeon, though I think that Eli may have an inkling. The party went and investigated the silver door, since they had the silver key, and found a room full of traps, as Rygar discovered the traps and alerted the rest of the team. It was at that point that a cadre of skeletons roared in,
Good word.
Good
and
word.
we are now in the midst of combat.
Yeah.
And so, Moniker, I need you all to roll initiative as we begin the encounter.
Everyone?
Everyone.
Okay.
I need you to roll. Someone has to roll higher than me.
I'm just gonna open this now.
Yeah, just, you know what, just rip all the
I
bags
rolled my
open right
bag.
Am I
now.
using the new sword?
I roll my bad
Shield?
dice for initiative.
I don't know, are you?
I mean, I would think I would be.
Then,
But
One time
I have
go after
advantage
it.
on
You
initiative.
can't just go like, I just want to go last.
yes, you do.
Yeah.
That's what it
Let me
does.
last.
Although you don't know what it does.
Right away.
You didn't really identify it.
So how do you want me to play that?
Are you using the sword?
The shield?
Shield? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Until Holt figures out how to use it for himself.
I don't recall it requiring attunement.
No, it doesn't.
So, even though you don't know what it does, I would still give you the advantage of wielding it. So you would have advantage on the initiative.
Cool.
So as you kind of put your old sword away,
Shield.
or I keep saying sword, put your old shield away, you take out this bronzy, brassy, metallic shield with a stylized eye in the center. And you hold it as you hear a commotion going on ahead of you, with Rygar and Morthos kind of yelling out, "We're under attack." So, 20 to 25.
23. 20.
Riker just wants to get out of here.
15 to 19.
19.
Anyone else?
Nope.
10 to 14.
Nope.
Whoa. Wow. Okay.
Bad rolls.
Morthos, what were you?
8.
I have
8.
9.
Melsine is a 9.
I too have a 9,
Eli is a 9.
7.
and that's with advantage.
And Jax, someone roll for Jax, please.
10.
10
Plus something.
Plus whatever
something.
it is.
plus 4
Whoa.
plus 2. Okay. All right. So, Rygar, you spin and turn, and before you, you see, and let's Dakota, let's get this up on Mappy now, if you haven't already. You see 8 skeletons pouring out of this side room. Several of them have bows in their hands. Several of them wield shields and swords. One has a spear. One in particular seems to be more heavily armored than the rest. And they are streaming towards you, deftly avoiding any sort of traps in the room. It's as if they're programmed to know exactly where they are. And
Convenient.
convenient. And you now are up.
All right.
The front two both have swords and shields here.
So I am just going to stay put and attack the closest one to me.
Roll your attack.
Using the void.
Yeah, so
course.
your bonus action
Yep.
attack, yep.
Okay, and that is an 18.
That hits, roll your damage.
All right, so the green one is my force, and that has been the same pretty much the whole day.
Yep.
Or the whole time. So that is 8 and got 6 piercing.
Okay, so for a total of 14 damage.
Yeah.
Alright, so you spin and you see these skeletons kind of making odd, chattery, growling sounds at you, stepping through all of the debris on the floor, and you see the first one and you pull an arrow and you empower it with your void damage and loose it, and it hits the skeleton square in the head, and for a second there seems to be a resistance to the piercing damage, but then the void damage takes over and envelops the entire head and poofs it out of existence as it falls to the ground in a
Nice.
heap of bones.
Well done.
Okay, and you said you're staying put?
I am.
Vincent, you are now up.
Do I have line of sight to the closest skeleton?
So you are standing here in the back, and you do not. You kind of can see some of the debris in the room, but you would have to move up past Morthos, really. There's a spot right in front of him,
Okay.
and there is, that's about it.
Yeah, I'll move forward to the empty spot.
You can be my meat shield.
Okay,
I will cast Firebolt at the closest
okay,
skeleton.
so that's 15 feet of movement, and you're shooting the guy with the sword right there.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
That's going to be 13 for the hit.
13 does hit.
Okay, good. Seven damage.
7 damage. All
I'm going
right.
to move back to where I was.
Yep. Okay, very good.
Do I have time to yell?
You can yell out a single phrase as a free action.
Like how many words?
Hip hop hooray.
Like 5 or 6 words.
Hold! Hold! Get over here!
Okay, very good. So hold, you hear this.
Exclamation point.
Eli, you hear it as well, but apparently he doesn't really
Gotta
care
have
for your
that.
help. And
I know when I'm not wanted.
hold, there is a 20-foot chasm in front of you that you are holding onto a rope, and you see the commotion in front of you. You see and hear Rygar shooting an arrow, Vincent shooting off a firebolt, and you know that there is danger.
Excellent. I will put the rope down in a spot so it doesn't fall, and I will make sure I have a 10-foot head start to attempt to power my way over this gap.
So you're gonna
my
go
God.
for the
Long.
you're gonna go
The
for
ultra
the
jump.
long jump.
Nice.
Yep.
All right. So the way that works is you roll. You are able to jump a distance equal to 10 plus your strength score.
Mm-hmm.
So your strength score is
18.
18. So you are able to jump a total of
A billion plus 10.
28 feet. Is it 12? I
Yeah.
think that's how it works. 10,
10
plus
plus 18?
10
Oh,
plus
28
18.
feet?
Dude, you need to join the
Holy
Olympics.
crap.
Let me just confirm that.
That's not even triple jump. That's just running broad, I guess.
It might be just your strength. It might be 18 feet.
How big was the chasm?
Like 20.
20.
He needs his last name. It's going to be Whole
Let me-
long strider or something.
I think long jumper. Old triple jump McGee. He's Irish.
Why is he Irish?
I was gonna say, does that really suit?
That's you.
That's
I was gonna say,
That's right.
wrong person.
Speaking of which, Eli's gonna need a drink shortly.
Yeah, you haven't had one in a
His
while.
hand's
here you
starting
go.
to shake.
After moving at least 10 feet on foot, you can jump your strength score in feet straight forward, or 3 plus your strength modifier. Just jump distance is halved when performing a standing jump. You can jump your strength score in feet straight forward.
Yep. So it's 18 feet, right?
What was the plus
Yeah.
3?
I don't.
Okay. So
And
roll.
then I'll grab the edge.
Yes.
Hopefully.
So roll a athletics check to see if you can get that extra little bit of oomph that you need.
15.
15. You do grab onto the edge, just barely hanging there, and you pull yourself up.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say that is your full movement.
I'll dash.
You can take the dash action as well, and it will be another 30 feet to get basically to right next to Rygar.
That's what I'll do.
Okay.
What do you need?
That's all I got.
So as you step in, you see
Now I got the meat shield.
you see a room full of debris
Me too.
with all kinds of a myriad of different things, from broken weapons to torn clothing to all of like literally feces. It's a full range, full gamut of detritus that just litters this floor. You also see a bear trap that has been triggered in front of you, that with a kind of a sword stuck in it. That you would recognize as Rygar's sword.
Okay.
Well,
That's how traps work.
yeah.
He
It's,
did now. This guy is the king of things being retconned on him.
I was like, what?
And he moves into the room. No, I don't. And he's found. Yeah. Bugbears or whatever that was.
Oh.
Owlbears.
Owlbears.
Bears.
Yeah.
Classic example.
All right,
I'll
that's
never
my
forget
turn.
that.
okay,
day.
so that's the end of your
That's a
turn.
hard fight.
I was.
Oh, and I
I was scared.
see them probably rushing towards me.
You see the
And I hold my
skeletons
shield up.
all rushing towards you. Yes.
Oh, this is why you wanted me here. Thanks, guys.
No, it's not. We missed you.
You're sure
Can
they're
we
not
pay
hitting
attention
any
how they're
trap?
walking?
I mean, are you?
I am.
Then yes.
So the
Oh, here we
skeleton
go.
with the archers all exit the room.
Minus.
The one in the armor, which has kind of a green coverall. What's it called? A tabard?
An overall?
Yeah,
I
tabard.
think it's a tabard.
Denim.
A tunic?
He's not wearing a leotard? Yeah,
Poncho.
He wasn't a wrestler, no. Or gymnast. He's wearing a green tabard, and he kind of points to Rygar,
Oh no.
Why me?
and
You shot at him.
the archers all orient their aim on Rygar.
Every single one?
All three of them.
Let's do it.
As
Oh boy.
as
I know
this
Sal.
sword,
Just
the
saying.
sword one runs right up next to you, Hold, and the one with the spear stands 10 feet away from you and goes to jab at you. As the one with the other sword, also the melee attacks all go against Hold, the ranged attacks all go against Rygar. So 3 melee attacks against Hold.
Goodbye.
That is a 21, 21, and a 13.
Two hits.
Okay.
First 2 hits.
And so that is.
Some pretty good dice rolls.
Wow, I rolled 2 6s on the damage.
my
So that's 14 damage to you. No, I'm sorry. I lied. 16 damage to you. Rygar, 3 arrows are loosed. And that is a 20, 19, and 9.
2 hit.
Okay? And that
Eli doesn't
is
think he's coming.
12 piercing damage to you.
Watch Kyle.
Okay.
Okay? And
There's not a lot of
the
movement.
He's still up.
the skeleton in the armor lets out a and one more with the sword takes a swing at you,
The fancy.
and that is a 12 to hit.
Sweet.
Wise to this hit, you let up the shield and it glances off harmlessly. Jax is up. She sees what's going on and she calls out. She says, "Hold, I can't lose you. Stay strong." And you get back 8 health points as she uses a first level healing word on you. And then she says, "Rygar, get out of there, buddy!" And she inspires you. Nope, she can't. Healing word's bonus action. She just stays still. She says, "I really want to inspire you next time." And Melcine, you are up.
Alright, what's the black circle on the map?
That is the triggered trap with the sword.
Okay. I want to... Can I see these guys with all the people in front of me?
You can.
Okay.
In particular, the spear-wielding one,
Okay.
but it's through cover.
Okay.
So their AC is a little bit higher from where you're standing.
Alright, well, I'm gonna thorn whip him anyway.
Okay. Roll your attack.
Oh, boy. 14.
14 does not hit. You slash forward, and because of the cover that they are in, you hit harmlessly. You kind of pull back before it would wrap around hold, and you pull short your attack.
Fair enough, fair enough.
All right, Eli.
Pull him into the bear traps.
I saw Hold run away
Run.
I just didn't
and
want to
jump,
hurt
Yep.
and I can't do that.
You do know that there is another hallway with the electricity that leads to the same place.
Yep, I'm aware of that one. I think
Just a reminder. You know,
what Eli's gonna do is assume that 7/8 of the group is okay in there, and I'm gonna rush to get Kyle out of this dungeon and then come back.
Okay. So how are you going to do that?
Turn around and walk and take him to the room she told me about.
With the gate.
Yes.
Okay. So that room is about 4 turns away if you're taking your movement and your dash.
That's what I think me and Kyle are gonna do.
Okay, so you take Kyle and you two get rolling.
Yep.
So for the purposes of this
Take me
combat,
out.
I'm going to take you out, and if this goes longer than 4
I can
turns,
come back in.
then you can come back in.
Where I was, or do I get to re-roll?
You would re-roll initiative.
I like that.
Okay, so Morthos, you are now up.
Can I
Something
get to where the trap was
I don't
sprung?
have any spells.
Can I stand there?
Yes, you can.
I'm going to do that.
Okay.
And I am going to cast a green flame blade and attack the skeleton that is in front of my buddy Rygar there.
Okay, so you're attacking here
Yep.
with the green flame blade,
And
I
green
assume
flame, if it hits, will go
you're
to that
going
guy.
to hit the
Yep.
spear guy. Got it. Roll your attack.
Sorry, it's a crit fail.
Crit fail. Oh, I love these.
Man.
Go ahead and roll your D.
It's the fact that he
Stab me
gave
in
me
the
these
face,
plastic
isn't it?
Roll
dice.
your
He didn't
D.
give you the metal
Gonna
one.
stab me right in the face. Oh no.
A 1 again.
Oh my
A
gosh.
Oh no.
I swear he gave me a loaded die. I'm telling you.
You just rolled 2 ones
I
in a
just
row.
rolled 2 ones in a row.
And so you take your dagger and you plunge it. You plunge it forward,
I have no spells, people.
and the
That's right.
green flame blade actually overloads the iron in your short sword, and your short sword essentially evaporates.
Oh my gosh.
And so you have no longer have a short sword. You have a dagger and an ice dagger.
Nice dagger. I got 2 daggers.
Okay.
Oh my God.
So that's your action. Well done.
Yeah.
Skeletons that you do that.
Thanks. I'm really glad about that.
Man, if I did that, my hand would have
I will, because I just saw my sword literally blow up in my hand, I'm going to disengage and go back to where I came from.
Yeah. You can always count on him.
Yeah?
Listen,
I tried.
viewers,
Came right to the rescue. I tried.
prime example of why you need to buy more Thosum Inspiration.
Do you have a tail?
I do.
Was it between your legs?
I probably.
All right, Sola, you are up.
I'm gonna take out my spare sword, the gizmo one, the
Yep.
non one that's broken, and I'm gonna toss it to Morthos. Does that count as an action?
I would say that is your bonus action to hand something off.
Woo! Sweet.
Okay, so I'll give him my
Aw.
spare sword. I'll jump into that black circle,
Yep.
It's what brings us together.
Although I don't think tieflings have
and
hearts.
I am going to sword attack one.
Which one?
The spear one.
Spear one straight ahead?
Yeah. let's do that
Okay,
one.
go for it.
What was it? 18. 9.
9. You try to avoid the sprung bear trap, and in so doing, you step on a broken chair arm that throws off your balance, and you swing wide and miss the skeleton.
I'm gonna use Step of the Wind and go back to my. Or do I? Oh yeah, to disengage. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna use Step of
So
the
wait till
Wind.
the end. Okay, and then is that your last key point then?
No, we did a short rest, and so I get all 3 back.
You did.
Mhm.
Very good. Okay, very
So I
good.
short rested.
Is that a...
When did you
Is step
No,
of
it's
the-
a key point, so it's an extra. So a second attack is my bonus action, and then the key point is to like run away.
bonus actions are right here on
Yep.
your sheet, so as long as it stayed in there.
Oh shoot, it is in there.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure it's a bonus action.
I didn't know that.
Okay, so then you
Just
I
like
thought
a-
it was
just
just
like
like an
a-
extra turn I got.
yeah.
Okay, can I change my turn then? And I'll just use Radiant Sunblast and still miss. And I'll just stay there.
Okay, so you didn't use your key point. You still gave him
I
your
still give
sword.
him my sword. I used Radiant because I thought this was I thought that was a kind of like an extra
Yep,
thing.
that
I
you
could
can do that. Got
I
it.
played this whole game wrong.
That's all right.
Okay,
We're good.
now I know though.
Now you know, and knowing's half the battle.
The more you know.
Rygar, you are up with a skeleton now staring you in the face,
Because I have 0 hit dice.
and 3 archers trained on you,
Okay.
and no sword in your hand.
Right. Anything else?
We love dungeons. We know.
That's alright.
I mean,
know.
it's still
Combat's my
Flurry
favorite.
it's still in the trap next to you.
So if that's a bonus
Okay,
action, that's bonus
um,
action.
Yeah.
I thought it was like did an attack.
If I pull it out, is that an action?
That would be a bonus action.
Alright, so as my action, I'm going to cast Protection from Evil and Good on myself.
Okay.
Or like 2 shorts.
Didn't expect that.
No, this has to be straight. This is 2 straight.
This is 2 instead of just that one.
So, protection from evil and good. You cast on yourself, and you have protection against aberrations, celestials, elemental fae, fiends, and undead. And so, creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls against you. And you can't be charmed, frightened, or
So
possessed.
it's like, yes.
And that lasts 10 minutes. It is a concentration spell.
Now, it says a willing creature you touch.
So he touched himself.
Huh?
When I think
What do you
about
think
you.
about him?
Oh.
You beat me to it.
All right.
I need to play it
So
more.
you now have
You should.
disadvantage from any of these attacks against you,
Wouldn't you
which
like
is a very smart move for you.
that? Sad.
All right, and then bonus action, grab your
Cirrhosis.
sword, roll a athletics check.
Oh!
Yeah, that's one of those nights. Okay, roll a d20.
Alright, now you're gonna pull on. Oh, he's gonna pull the sword out. You're
I
gonna
know.
get with it.
I know.
A 12.
A 12. Okay, as you go and step to pull the sword out, roll a acrobatics check.
Why is it
You
ours?
replace it with your leg.
Why are ours ever like you pee your pants?
14.
14. As you step, the
Bad guy.
that same broken chair, that darn broken chair, slips out from underneath your feet, and you fall prone.
Oh no.
No, it's not the worst.
So the sword is still in there,
It is when
but
all
now
the
you are
archers
prone.
trained out.
No, you get
So
They're
attacks on me
That's
would
not
be
bad.
normal.
And
So melee attacks on you would be at advantage. Range attacks on you would be at disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
except
that's
they
actually-
have a disadvantage on attack rolls.
So it would be offset.
Interesting.
Okay? So, Vincent, you are now up.
You need to touch me with that.
Maybe.
I know what it's saying.
Can I see any of the skeletons from where I am?
Sorry?
Do I see any of the skeletons from where I'm standing?
Much like Melcene, you see a commotion going on, but they are obscured by the bodies in front of you.
Okay. I'm gonna have to just hold for now.
So what are you holding for?
Just
I'm holding.
I'm gonna ready a spell in case a skeleton breaks through like the front ranks.
Which spell?
We'll do chromatic orb.
Okay, so you are holding Chromatic Orb. You can always release that at any point that you desire.
Okay.
You are concentrating on that. If you do get hit, you have to make a concentration
Okay.
save. Okay. Hold, you're up.
Oh, okay. The spear wielding guy.
Yep.
There.
Is 10 feet away from you.
Yes. How? What path did he take? Did I see what path he took to stand there?
They all stepped through the debris. It was... They were very intentional with where they stepped. Roll perception.
Oh, Grease.
You weren't there when the skeletons stepped.
Yeah, I
Hold on.
was. I was. They were all standing there.
They moved after
But I was
him.
looking down when they walked.
What'd you roll?
4.
Okay, yeah.
5.
You did... Nothing struck you about the way they moved as
All right.
particularly notable.
I will. Did the spear guy hit me?
The spear guy, yes, did hit you.
Okay.
And one of the swordsmen did.
Yep. Okay. So the spear guy, I'm running up to the spear guy,
Running up to him.
and I am using the. I'm going to actually use the shove action.
Shove action.
I'm
Okay.
trying to shove him backward.
Roll your attack, your athletics check.
25.
7.
Overkill. Can I launch him 20 feet backwards?
So you're
Another
pushing
guy.
him backwards. Yep. Okay.
So,
Just knock it over next time, why don't you?
Bear trap. Bear trap.
And as he gets pushed backwards, not able to avoid the trap that's in that spot, it snaps up on him and clamps him into place. He takes 6.
He gnaws off his own leg.
Actually, that's bludgeoning damage. He takes 12
Whoa!
Look at you bludgeoning.
Okay.
as
Oh,
both
he
as
makes
both
sense.
of his legs
Yeah.
just essentially get snapped in half.
Ouchie.
And he is barely keeping himself upright, not knocked prone, but pushed back into that spot.
and then I will move one. I'll move this distance to him.
Okay.
Bulldozer.
Yeah. And I will. I'll wait one turn to do that. I will end my turn.
And your turn. Very good.
On God.
The skeleton with the green tabard sees you moving into the room and takes a step back and points at you as the the archers reorient their attacks on you. It yells out, and
I think that's my favorite.
the three skeletons also take steps back to flank you.
Sweet.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Better get your asses in the room now.
Right? He didn't give us much choice.
Rygar, you do get an opportunity attack with disadvantage with a fist.
He can't sweep the leg.
16.
16. All right. What's your strength modifier?
-1.
It's minimum of 1, isn't
Yeah. So you do 1 damage to him
it? That'd be great.
Well,
as you kind of.
And everyone just goes,
Sorry,
never
sorry.
All right. And now hold.
Is that round 2 for me?
There are 6 attacks made against hold.
That's 2 rounds have gone by?
Not yet.
They're gonna miss every single one.
Oh.
Okay, so the
Zero.
first,
Regular to die.
the first 3 are arrows, and these are just normal attacks. And that is an 18, an 8, and a 20.
Miss.
And all 3 of these arrows, ping, 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 hit your chest
Hit.
and just bounce right off of your natural plate armor. The spearman takes a jab at you, and that is a 9. Also, just jabbing off of your plate armor, and now the 2 swordsmen with advantage.
I think he should make a balance check to see if he falls because he's attached to the trap while he bounces off of me.
First one is a 20,
Yes. Miss.
and the second one is a 2 natural 20s. So,
Hit. The last one hit.
yeah, the last one hit. 2 natural 20s.
He's got a 1 bonus. Oh, 2 crits. Oh.
Yeah.
Never mind.
So that is 10 slashing damage to you. And instead of giving a command, this one steps up and takes 2 swings at you.
Oh my word.
We got this.
Yeah.
And that is a 17
this.
and a 6.
Miss.
Misses.
Then we got a tank man.
Got the right
And
hand.
then- And then he steps back from you.
I'm a little nervous, guys.
He does?
Does he
Yeah,
get
I
an
can do
advantage?
nothing about it.
Reaction.
You have an opportunity
You
attack.
retire happily.
No. He missed, right?
Mhm.
Alright, I'm just gonna punch him.
Roll your attack.
20?
20 hits. Roll your damage.
Come on, baby. Oh. 10 bludgeoning.
10 bludgeoning.
That guy's dead.
He
Punch his
is,
head off.
he
Punch
is
his
actually
head
still
off.
alive. So you punch him in the chest, and where his armor is, it's meant to protect against slashing and piercing damage. You punch his chest, and you hear the crack of his
No ribs.
entire rib cage as you just make his chest convex. It is now completely pushed in. The armor is trapped in all of the broken bone, and it kind of looks down and then looks up at you with these glowing greenish eyes, just
Fabulous.
pierces of light
only had a heart.
at you. Jax is
I
up,
point right back at it.
and
Not
she
the
says,
savage.
"Come on, Hold, hang in there, buddy!" And she inspires you. And then she,
That's a 6 still? Or
yeah, D6. She runs up to Rygar, and she kind of touches you on the leg, and she does. No, she doesn't have cure wounds. That's Melcene. Darn it. She looks at the spear guy, and she says, "Come on, you bag of bones! You gotta hit better than that." And he rolls a 10, and is viciously mocked
For 4.
for 2.
Hooray.
And his next attack is with disadvantage.
Nice.
All right, Melcene, you're up.
Alright, I want to move up. Can I reach the one that Hold punched if I move up with my thorn whip?
You can reach him now.
Oh.
It's just that hold is it's still obscured.
Okay.
Do you have anything with the bludgeoning damage? Like a
No.
shillelagh?
I have a sword. But that one too. Alright. I do want to move up to... What's on the other side of Hold?
On the other side of Hole,
3 skeletons.
Do you have completely surrounding you?
Except for the one right in front.
he has skeletons on north, east, and south.
Okay, that's what I thought. I just
East
wasn't
side.
sure.
You are now on his west side,
Uh-huh.
right in front of the square that has the triggered trap.
Uh-huh.
So that
So
one
that
has a
one's
triggered
safe.
trap, and the spearman has a triggered trap.
Okay. I would like to thorn whip the one that he punched. I want to do it.
Roll your attack. This is the spearman or the
No, the green guy.
green guy. Okay.
Forget it. I miss.
You missed. It goes forth and he puts out his shield and just knocks it away. Morthos, you're up.
Now you're 2 turns, Eli.
I'm gonna go right up behind Hold.
As soon as he moves, Vincent, you now see this guy here with the shield right next to Rygar.
Okay, I'm gonna blast them.
Okay, roll your attack.
No, I won't. That's gonna be
We're
a
not
10.
well.
I'm rolling
Mhm.
terrible.
It's a 10.
We are.
Okay, so the firebolt sails wide and misses him as Morthos steps up behind Hole.
Failure.
With my short sword that was so graciously given to me.
Yep.
I will cast Green Flame Blade again on the one that is to Hold south.
That first
Okay.
one succeed.
Try again.
And
Oh!
And it's not going to succeed with a whopping 10.
that misses as
Jeez.
you're still getting the hang of this
Yeah.
spell.
So we're going to take our offhand attack with our dagger. We're not going to run away this time.
So I think when you use a cantrip like
you're
that,
right. We talked about
you
that.
cannot use a bonus action offhand attack.
Yeah.
It's only if you use a
Then I'm
normal
just going to
attack.
stay up. I'm just going to stay put.
Okay,
Good
so
try
you
trying
stay
to
there.
Work that in there though.
was.
Eli, you did. That's 1 turn down.
That's one.
Yep. Sola.
Alright, I'm gonna stand to the slightly north of Morthos,
So you're moving up
right in front of Rygar.
You step
right in
over
front of
top his
Rygar. Okay.
body.
Stepping
Come
over
on,
me.
Monk.
Nope, one over.
Ow! That's right in front of Rygar.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
No, there was
Morthos.
a skeleton
crotch
standing there.
stump of
So
doom.
I need you to roll a dexterity save.
Oh boy.
But it was
Just go
skeleton
dex.
was there.
No, there was a 5-foot gap,
Ah, I thought that was it.
and they know how to avoid the skeletons.
I mean, the
20.
skeletons know how to avoid
20.
Yeah.
As you step, you hear a and you quickly recoil as a bear trap
Nice.
just misses you.
Sweet. I am then going to do an attack first with my short sword.
Okay.
16, 17.
It hits. This is with your new Moonglow sword.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that'd be worth it.
7.
7 damage.
Yep. And then I'm going to use Flurry of Blows and do 2 unarmed strikes,
Okay.
which
go
is
for it.
bludgeoning damage, my unarmed strikes.
Yes, they are.
Yes.
First one is 16 plus 6,
That hits. Roll your damage.
8.
So you slash through his chest, and it resists that, but does damage, and you follow it up with a palm right to its skeleton face, and as you connect, it's like breaking bricks, simple, and you just snap its head right off of its
Break
body,
bricks.
and it goes down in a lump.
Did I still use my key point even though I didn't use it?
Into a spot.
Yep, you have to move up again.
Okay, I'm gonna move up again, yep.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna punch that one.
Yep.
15?
15 hits.
Sweet. 5.
5.
Still bludgeoning.
Now knowing where these guys are weak, and after this guy already having been hit by the bear trap, you punch it in the head, and it also goes down in a clump of bones.
Yes!
She's gonna run house here.
No, I'm gonna get attacked by those archers.
Okay.
Can you catch
Rygar, you are
I
now
do
up.
have deflect missiles.
I'd like to stand up.
Yep, that's half your movement.
Okay. And then I'll take aim at one of the archers.
Pretty hard.
Okay. So you take aim at this is only you have the view of
Okay.
I'm good at
That's
And
not
using my
obscured.
bonus action, void damage.
void damage. Roll your attack.
That is a 20, unnatural.
20 hits. Roll your damage.
Right. Green being the force.
Not bad roll.
Okay. That is 8 piercing and 4 force.
Okay.
So 12.
All right. So you aim, and this time you don't quite get the head. You get, because you're kind of avoiding Sola and hold, you hit it in the chest, and there is a as it sticks into its old ratty clothing, and a portion of its ribcage dissipates into the void. Still there with its capabilities of attacking you. Okay? Vincent, you're up.
I'm going to unroll my scroll of Tensor's floating disc and
Okay.
cast it right behind Malcine.
Okay, so
You actually have that floating disc?
Vinny?
Look at you.
Nice.
Got him.
So you cast Tensor's floating disc,
Yep.
and there it is.
Can I step up on it?
You can.
All right.
So you
Oh,
step
that's
up on it.
helpful.
I can't cast anything right now, right?
Tensor's floating disc is concentration, I believe. Is it?
It's a.
Let me see.
Well, it all depends on how it.
Not on this, but
If it's not concentration, then that's your action to cast it. So
Bonus action cantrip.
yeah, can I cast a cantrip?
if you have a bonus
Oh
action
no, I
cantrip.
don't. No, I don't. I'll just crouch down on the floating disc, waiting for an opportunity to.
You do have movement if you care to move further.
Nope. I just wanted the height on it, so
Okay.
I can get a shot.
So you have the height on that, and you are elevated up. The ceiling here is about 10 feet tall, so... hold, you're up.
Oh, this guy critted me, right? Right next to me.
Yeah, the sword guy
That
did.
guy did.
Yep.
Punch the other guy.
I'm going
You'd
to.
have to move to get that.
I'm going to try to cave his chest in two.
Roll your attack.
I'll try.
Crit, 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 crit.
11.
11 does not hit as you swing wide, and it kind of ducks and raises its shield and just kind of glances off.
All right. I don't. He doesn't bother me anymore. So I start walking forward. But can I shuffle my feet to kind of push the skeleton to the next that just died there in front? 5 more feet.
The
Like maybe like
spearman?
difficult terrain, and yeah, and just sliding forward.
yeah,
That's what I'm gonna do.
okay. So there's already debris all over the place.
I'm gonna push debris forward 5 feet.
There's that chair.
That stupid
That
chair.
blasted chair.
And so you just so you know, the bear traps aren't all on the ground.
Okay,
They're hidden all throughout the debris.
great.
So you push it forward, and you push that forward, and it's in the spot in front of you.
And then I will second wind and end my turn.
Okay, roll your healing.
Ooh, max.
Okay.
Back in this.
I'm standing right behind him.
The
Oh my god, it's right hand man.
the skeleton points at hold. And
That's my job.
the archers all take aim and loose. So there's 3. That's a 16, a 17, and a 21.
21 hits.
Okay. So that's 4 piercing damage to you. And this swordsman turns to Morthos and takes a shot. Since he attacked him. That's 20.
That will hit.
And that is 6 slashing damage to you.
And I will cast Hellish Rebuke.
Okay, roll your attack.
Nice.
Be a 9.
9. That's it's Dex.
Dex. Yep.
That's a 15.
That passes, so it takes half.
Half. Okay. As he slashes you from your fiery eyes, you see an extension of flame that kind of gouts forth, and fire essentially just descends and ascends from both the top and the bottom, and just cooks him.
Gosh, I wish I saw that.
And then he goes down.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Interesting though that this time there was a descending flame and not just an ascending flame.
Oh!
There was kind of multi-directional flames going on.
There's an external battle going on.
And an internal.
For my soul.
Constantine in this thing.
That's
All
what
right.
happens when I bring you back with a friendship promise ring.
That you have not yet returned.
Not returned.
No, I could have gotten so much less damage with it. It's okay, I'll get it back eventually.
The skeleton steps up and takes 2 more swings at you. And that is a 25 and a 12.
1 hit.
And that is 9 slashing damage to you. And then he backs up again.
I'm gonna punch him in the face.
Yeah.
The same chest hole that he has.
Roll your attack.
Come on!
17.
17. That meets his AC. Roll your attack, your damage.
Come on, baby. Break him in 2 with a punch.
7 bludgeoning.
7. He is vulnerable to bludgeoning. And with that, you crack his skull
Nice.
right off of his head.
Love it.
I actually like to hit the same concave hole and then go up to his head.
So you kind of uppercut through, just smashing his bones all over the place, triggering another bear trap that he was standing standing next to, as it clasps around his tabard-covered body.
I love it.
That's true.
It's like that Chappelle show uppercut he does against Godzilla.
Jax is up, and
Wait, I'm gonna move. Wait, that wasn't my turn. Never mind.
yep, that was the enemy. So Jax is up, and she runs forward and kind of takes everything in.
She's here.
She's here, and
She waits.
she says, "You stupid skeletons can't hit the broadside of a barn." And that's a 10. They fail. And so one of the archers takes 2.
Can we know which one?
Yeah, it's the one in the corner here, the same one that was hit before.
It's mine.
It's yours. You're so far
And
away.
that archer has disadvantage on its next attack. Melcine, you're up.
So Sola triggered is standing in a spot with a triggered trap, right?
She is, yes.
Okay. So I would know that the spot in front of her was safe to move to.
You would
correct?
know that Rygar said there was a checkerboard pattern
Right.
throughout the room.
Okay, then I want to move to right in front of Sola.
Okay? So, step.
And I want to try and Thorn Whip again.
Okay, and which one?
The archer closest to me.
Okay, very good. It's the one that
24.
that hits.
It's about time.
Roll your damage.
Pull him to my face.
2
2. Is that bludgeoning or
is
piercing?
piercing.
Piercing. Okay.
But then I want to move. Can I pull him into a bear trap?
You can move him 10 feet.
Yes. So I want to move him 10 feet. That would go over a bear trap.
And as you pull him, you know that this is the spot in the pattern that would trigger it. And as luck would have it, I rolled a 4, his body triggers a trap and it just snaps him right in half. And he is done.
I'm so proud of that skeleton.
No, I just went for the fight.
Okay? And
Have to loot.
Eli, this is now 2 turns.
Or die.
Morthos, you are up.
Am I giving any wisdom to
So-
Kyle as we're walking?
I don't know, what are you saying to him?
Get the hell out of here and go straight home.
Okay.
Meanwhile, we're still
back
walking
there.
there.
Oh my
Don't
God.
be peer pressured into friends.
Morthos is going to hope that he's smart and understands how this grid pattern works, and is just going to run 5, 10, 20 feet forward,
Okay.
thinking that all the traps have been,
So it was
Engage.
here,
yeah, 5,
nothing here.
nothing. Melcene just
nothing,
pulled the one into
yeah,
there.
And Melcene just triggered the one there.
Stub his toe and
So
eye on it.
that's where I want to go.
He used
4.
one
Yep.
more.
And I'm going to cast Green Flame Blade again.
Okay.
Try.
Did
I
he
mean,
end up using
I get one out of 3.
Bonus?
No, he gave me a good one this time.
That was my last.
We're going to keep it though. 'Cause that's a 21.
It is, you did.
All right, that
Wait,
hits. Roll your
it's terrible.
damage.
Doesn't matter. Even I rolled it again, it still counts.
Okay.
All right.
This is slashing and fire.
So that would just be 7.
7 slashing.
And I have a D8. Whopping 1.
1 fire to both of
Let me
them.
throw that in the garbage.
Okay, very good. Are you staying there?
No, we're going to go back to where I came from.
So you move 20 feet.
Oh, sorry. So, man, I can't. Yeah,
You have 10 feet of movement left.
sure. We're going to just move nowhere. Let's stay right there.
Stay right there. All right.
Sure.
Sola, you are up.
No need to move.
Okay. I am going to go one behind hold.
Okay, so you're going
Then-
to scoot down.
Mm-hmm. Then go diagonally standing next to hold.
Here.
Mm-hmm. And then
There.
yes.
Okay.
And then I forget which one's casts have been triggered. And Sola was too busy crushing some skeletons, so she's just gonna cast Radiant Sunbolt.
Okay, very good. Roll your attack. And this is on the one that Morthos just
14.
hit.
Yes.
13.
14.
14 hits. Roll your damage.
5.
5, okay.
And it's Radiant.
Yes, it is.
And
So
then-
it impacts on its chest, and while you know that there are certain creatures that recoil at radiant damage, this particular undead creature doesn't seem to have a vulnerability to it like it does to the bludgeoning damage.
Okay. I am going to. I don't remember the checkered pattern. I don't remember where the check was. I think it was the one right in front of me. I'm not positive.
You can roll perception.
Okay. That was cocked. 13.
So you don't really see many of the traps around you, but you do see a green tabard body that has triggered a trap 5 feet in front of you.
Okay. So I'm gonna move up 2. And then I'm gonna use Flurry of Blows again. The first attack on the one that I hit with the Radiant.
Okay.
9.
9 does not hit.
And second. 11.
Does not hit. So off balance by the debris that you're standing on, you let loose 2 swings of your arms, and though they are elegantly formed, they are
Not elegant enough.
off balance and miss their mark.
Shoot.
Rygar, you are up.
I'm gonna take attacks from both of them.
Okay, do I have a good line of sight at one of them at least, or do I have to move a little to the right?
You'd have to move to move south to get a view.
All right. Yeah, I'll move south and take aim at.
So now you can see this one here.
All right, that's fine.
Okay. I'm assuming you're bonus actioning with your force.
It's 11, so.
So, trying to avoid Sola, you shoot just wide, and it shoots just past your shoulder, but it wasn't quite in line enough with hitting the skeleton.
Fair enough.
Vincent, riding your tensor's floating disc, which has what? I think there's what's the movement speed on that?
It only follows me when I move, so.
Right.
It
So it's
stays
just
20 feet
it's
behind
just to
me.
get you above.
Right.
Got
yeah.
it.
But then everybody cleared out, so I will defiantly stay on the
I'm so
floating
glad
disc
you used
anyway.
that spell scroll. Now you can't put it in your book.
That's all right.
Oh,
I
no.
will cast chromatic.
Dummy. He's just like, what does this do?
It was for that Christmas episode anyway. I'm gonna cast chromatic orb and shoot it at the one northmost.
Yeah, that one.
That one there.
There you
Okay,
go.
that's the one that Morthos has already hit, as well as Sola with her Radiant Blast.
It's gonna be 25.
That hits, and you're doing fire again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Reroll that one. 3, 8, 13 damage.
You, from your height, have a perfect shot right at its exposed chest after it has been slashed and seared by your party, and you just impact with your firebolt, and it explodes out its backside, and it crumbles in a heap.
Excellent.
Finish my hold.
Okay. Hold, you are up.
I'll go south one.
Yep.
Diagonal, southeast, southeast. See what happens.
Okay. Okay.
And I will throw a punch.
Roll your attack.
25.
That hits. Roll your damage.
23. 9 bludgeoning.
9. His head explodes under the power of your fist, and the threat,
I swing down this time.
bam! His body just in a heap of bone dust. And the threat is averted.
Yay. I'm gonna pick up one of the skeleton bones and kind of set off traps walking to that door with skeleton bones.
Okay, roll perception.
Well, I'm just doing it on every 5 feet I move.
I'm gonna have to pick up multiple birds.
Roll perception.
Because
It's apparently things
19.
bugging them.
yeah.
So
fair
as you
enough.
look, you can see that most of these are not on the floor. So going around and pounding the floor would do you no good.
Okay.
They're hidden in the debris very cleverly, so that as you walk by, it would trigger, or as you bump into it, it would trigger something else. And so you do see several of them. You also see several other things that are potentially of interest to you.
It's your dinner.
You rolled a 19.
Yes.
So, strewn about are several gold pieces, silver pieces, and copper pieces, which you would have to get to. You see what look to be some dice that are around. You see a box of different sized buttons. You see a couple of weapons, a glaive from the skeleton that was there that attacked you, quarterstaffs, war picks, old swords. You see what looks to be an intact lamp on one side of the room. You see what looks to be a small kit with some bandages kind of coming out of it. You see some blankets and essentially a sleeping bag. You see a pair of bronze scissors in the shape of a pair of leaping dolphins.
I bet those cut terribly.
Excuse me?
And
Think about it.
and
Leaping
you see a beautiful necklace under the one of the skeletons that you just made the DC to see. And
I didn't see any clothes.
you also see a trap very close to it that has not been triggered.
I'll set off the trap.
So you set those traps off. And does anyone else want to try to perceive where the traps are? Rygar, you've already seen it.
Colt thinks he's got it all figured out.
I would like to.
Okay, Morthos, go ahead.
Old dies walking in the other side.
That's investigation, correct?
That's investigation, yeah.
That'd be 21.
Actually,
22, right?
So you both
Skill checks?
with your stone.
Are you
Oh,
No,
abil-
it's
oh,
straight.
Ability,
It's
ability
save-
checks and
ab-
saving throws.
So that ability
Yeah.
checks are
So there we go.
is +1 to all of those.
22.
That's a luck stone, man. That's what
That's
they do.
awesome.
Man.
I'll peek my head in.
Could have gotten all three.
Yep.
So in the hallway, I want to make sure that I'm not going to get killed.
I'm gonna.
So as you're looking in, Jax, you see Sola and Morthos start going around, and for the sake of this, I'm not going to make each one of you. You know what? Just each roll a acrobatics check, each of you.
Acrobatics. Thank goodness, I'm really good at that. 18.
22.
Okay, and you both are quick enough to trigger it and pull it back
I'm just going
without
to
it
use
getting.
Mage Hand and punch them.
It requires more than,
More than 10
pounds
pounds?
of force.
Alright.
So you hit and you essentially trigger the traps in the room, and you go and you pick up things and you find essentially 64 gold between the gold, silver, and copper. So it's 64 gold. You find a healer's kit.
Yay.
I give the healer's kit to Melcine right away.
Well,
Okay.
thank
You already have one, Milsine, or you don't?
I have a herbalism kit.
Okay, so you have a healer's kit. Are you proficient with the healer's kit? You're proficient with. I don't know if you are.
How would I know that?
It would say it would be a tool proficiency. Do you want any of the weapons?
Don't you have the
They're-
healer?
I'll pick up the
Yeah.
glaive. What's a glaive?
A glaive is essentially a long.
She's got the healer feet.
It's
That's
a
it.
a long bladed weapon that has reach, so you can hit from
Like
10
a-
feet away.
Okay.
You are not proficient with
No,
it,
I'm not.
but there might be those here.
Is anybody
You get the scissors.
need a new sword?
What is it?
We have a glaive, a quarterstaff, and a couple swords around here.
I've never tried a glaive.
Do any of the swords look special reach?
They look like normal
Swords.
I'll toss you the
I'll
glaive.
try it
normal
out.
short
Yeah,
swords.
I'll toss the glaive to you.
Okay, so hold. You have a glaive.
Do we need a lamp for the bar?
I'll take the lamp.
I'll throw Jack's a
Okay,
lamp.
so you got
I
the
love
lamp,
lamps.
and
start
you also
decorated.
find these.
Crane
Um,
barrel.
Is that the
The
necklace?
necklace.
You guys
Can I pick up
antique
my
shopping?
sword?
Let's go.
I want some
Can I pick up
refined
the sword?
wood.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shipwreck.
Jack wood.
I
You-
believe
you
this would
wouldn't-
match your
you wouldn't-
outfit very well.
Perf. I love jewelry.
I know. I was actually gonna give it to you no matter what before I read it, but then I read it.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Bardic beards.
I
Did
didn't
we
even
actually
put
look
that
in that back room where they came out of?
necklace.
Huh?
Do they include looking in that back
Yeah,
room
you
where
wanna
they
go
came
in
out?
there?
I do. But
All
I
right.
like to make sure there's no traps as I'm walking through.
So Morthos, you go in, and you see this room here.
Oh yeah, that's where I was
Carved
gonna
it
go.
into it.
Come follow me in, Hold.
Hey buddy.
Okay, and so the first thing you see is
Those hang
a large mural wraps around the walls of this chamber, depicting numerous humanoid skulls of varying sizes scattered across a wasteland. You see giant skulls, dragon skulls, the skulls of beasts, the likes of which you have no idea, and several humanoid skulls, goblin skulls, orc skulls, human skulls, at least seemingly human skulls. It could be many different races. The sun is setting behind a low range of mesas, and each of the skulls cast a long shadow. There's also a small altar made entirely of darkened, splintered humanoid skulls. And the eye sockets of 3 skulls have each been filled with precious gemstones. So you see 6 precious gemstones, good thanks, in the eye sockets of each of those skulls.
Well, you know Morthos is going to use Mage Hand and try to take them.
Okay, so you're going and just
Scene
pop,
from
pop,
Aladdin.
pop, pop, pop.
Yes.
Okay. So roll a sleight of hand.
That's a lot.
Hey, I can help you, buddy. I can help you.
22.
Big stick.
Right. So you get 6 gemstones. One of them is a moonstone.
Ooh, I see this.
One of them is jasper. One of them is carnelian. One of them is malachite. One of them is blue quartz. And one of them is azurite.
Is Moonstone a real thing?
If I held the moonstone to the
Like a
sword,
made-up
would it do
A big
anything
thing.
Like a
special?
D&D thing.
This is all real, Jake.
Roll perception.
This is all real.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I was like,
Perception. Yeah, I'm rolling great, man. This is a great die.
It is.
It's a 25.
25.
You're gonna do everything.
Where was this die the first 3 rolls of the game?
Okay. So as this happens, as you take out all 6 of these stones and hold, you're helping him.
So far, he hasn't needed my help. But I'm ready.
What can I do? Anything?
So Morthos, you're kind of doing this.
Yeah.
You see a black mist
Uh-oh.
begin to trail out of the eyes and coalesce in front of you.
oh boy.
Yes.
Yes.
And I need you to roll initiative.
Oh my god.
All of them? Or just those 2?
Just Morthos and Hold right now. As you guys, well, let's stop there. Eli, you get to the gate room.
Okay.
And as you enter the gate, you, let me find it here.
As we get there and I tell him, and that's why you don't trust a 6-fingered duelist. Just don't do it. If there's anything you remember today, it's that. Okay, Kyle?
Killed my father.
Okay.
Prepared to die.
As you enter, you hear a voice, kind of ethereal, say, in the same voice you've heard, "Hello! Now beyond these gates lies paradise. Enter them as you entered life, and you may yet find it. Grasp the jewel, and grasp the iron, then be whisked away to the truest of rewards." And the voice fades.
So, I remember Sola telling me that exact thing, so I know I'm in the right room. I looked into the gem before and saw
A gate
this, assuming this gate.
which matches the gate that stands before you.
So, I tell Kyle he's got to strip naked. Yeah, no.
This is inappropriate.
I was saying, underage,
Pour
man.
some water over you.
The voice was very clear that you only needed to do that if you didn't have the gemstone.
I'm just effing with him.
Also, it could just be head first.
Yes.
Unless you're breach.
So I tell Kyle, I think you
Or it
need
could be
to
like
hold
that,
on
where there's a C-section.
And I pull out this gem. I think you need to hold on to this gem
Not sure
and grab the gate.
Okay.
And what should happen, you should get back. Don't talk to Purge. If he asks you any questions, you don't know anything, because you don't.
Who's Purge?
Exactly.
Oh,
What?
you didn't see him. Catman?
A tabaxi?
Yeah, you didn't see him when you came in?
Oh, there's just a bunch of kids out in the alley urging me to go forward.
One,
You're
peer pressure is no good.
Yeah, I
You want a drink? I'm joking. I'm effing with you again. Two, I know. If you do see a tabaxi, you know nothing, I need you to just go right home. Okay?
So, am I hearing you right that Troll Skull Manor's my home?
Aww.
I mean, shoot. Yeah, I guess so.
He gives you a hug.
Aww.
Yeah!
Little bromance.
You old softy.
Okay, remember, hold this, hold the gate, go right home.
He holds the gem and grabs onto the gate, and the gem glows for a second, and he and the gem both disappear.
Awesome. Fantastic.
I was hoping you'd go with him and then you'd get
We don't need that, do we?
Yeah, we're gonna.
We're gonna have to strip naked now.
A second later, the gem reappears.
I quick scoop that up, put that in my pocket, and as far as I remember, you're fighting skeletons, so I sprint back.
Okay, you sprint back and you arrive at the edge of the pit, and it seems that the battle has subsided, and everyone's kind of investigating, looking around. You hear traps being triggered, and then you hear Morthos kind of chuckle a little bit, as with glee, as he finds some. There is gems over here.
So then I don't hear any fighting, so I'm gonna assume they finish it, and I'm gonna meander back past the room I was in, and I want to look at the one room I didn't look at.
Okay, so you go back.
Yep.
You go back past the gate room,
Yep.
and as he's walking back is when you guys trigger the wraiths, but we'll handle this first. So you go back past the room with all of the treasure in it,
Yep.
which is what you had to go through to get to the gate.
Correct.
By the way, you are blessed now,
Okay.
because you didn't take anything in that room. And you open up the door and you see the murals that were described there 2 sessions ago, all before you. You see a wizard in the likeness of Kylier, with several paladins and clerics and warriors, and you see another wizard with him who you don't recognize, with the eye of Savras on his cloak.
Do I
And,
recognize that though?
You do recognize it from Rygar's gauntlets, as well as Master Name's cloak. You also, as you peek your head and look around, you see a Warforged and Kylier and this other wizard presenting a dragon head to him as he kind of stands receiving this offering before a glowing gate, a portal. You also see on the other mural many of the warriors felled, and there is a kind of a golden path through the floor that leads to an open door that you can kind of see broken glass near the foot of.
That's intriguing to me, as are all the murals. So I'm gonna follow the yellow brick road.
Follow the yellow brick road and you get up to the room and you just see several smashed mirrors, also several that are still intact.
Right.
And you see an inscription which says something to the effect of "all you see is mine." I don't remember. Let me tell you in 1 second.
Everything you see is mine.
Everything you see is mine. And you see a pedestal in the middle with nothing on it.
And I'm not in that room, I'm on the
You're
outs-
standing on the threshold of the room.
Okay. So I'm gonna
Back up.
back away.
Okay.
Do I see any new murals now that I'm closer to that side?
No,
I've seen
each,
everything.
Each of the walls have these murals on them.
Okay, so then I'm just gonna kind of meander on back, pondering what I've seen, trying to put some pieces together. Really in no rush whatsoever.
Okay. And so as Eli is making his way back, Morthos, what was your initiative? 14 and hold?
9.
9.
Ouch.
Okay.
You got this.
He's doing the grand slam.
Should have lied though.
Yeah.
Should have lied.
Okay. And
Against
so
Bolt's morals.
these
I'm
two
not Steve's.
shadowy, misty creatures with yellow glowing eyes and skeleton faces, though the skeletons are wreathed in shadow. But there's a very, it's not just a unsubstantive form. There is substance to them. It's almost like they have dark black cloaks made out of this mist.
Ring Wraith-esque?
And not quite that material, but quite material. And the first one kind of streams out and just circles you, Hold. The second one circles you, Morthos, and both of them then reach out to touch you with their hands.
Creepy.
Can we go up 3 levels immediately when they touch us?
But you're both warlocks now.
That'd be great.
So they're kind of like leaving us in suspense.
I was
I hope we survive this, by the way.
Yeah, me too.
these are not wraiths. That would be too
Well,
much
that's
for you.
good.
These are just a little bit stronger shadows than normal.
Alright.
All right. So the first one that you hold rolls a 15 as you to hit
Okay.
as you dodge out of the way. Morthos, and you do dodge this. It doesn't actually make contact with you. Morthos, against you, it is a 13.
Does not.
And you also dodge out of the way as you are now up.
Well, I'm immediately going to cast. What is that? Let's go for it. Green Flame Blade again.
All right, roll your attack.
Third time's a charm.
Here I go.
Hey!
Oh yeah, it's a 20. Is that a 16? Yeah, so that would be a 22.
Roll your attack damage.
Come on, guys.
So 10, 13, 17. 17 on the one I attacked, and the one next to him only gets a 1.
17 damage.
Yeah.
Wow.
And what weapon are you using?
That would be my short sword
Okay.
with Green Flame Blade.
Right. So the slashing damage is normal,
Correct.
but the fire damage was a 1.
A 1. Yeah. Of course. A 1.
So you slash into it, and its form doesn't seem terribly affected by the slash of your blade, but the fire damage. No, it's resistant to that too. But it was only how much fire damage?
There was only one.
It was
fire
only
damage.
1, so I can't do anything. The fire damage springs forth, and each of them take 1 bit of fire damage, but it's not quite as damaging as you would expect.
So you're telling my 15 didn't do much?
I mean,
I got a
it
17.
hurt it.
Whatever it was. Yeah.
Okay.
Out of the metal 8.
No, 8. That's the second. You should
Hold,
have 2 ones. I
you
rolled
are up.
now.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack the same one that he did.
Okay. So that's the one right in front of him, the darker one here.
Yep. And my for the purpose of avoiding resistance to non-magical weapon fists is going to swing right at its shadowy eyeballs.
Yeah, roll your attack.
Goes for a poke.
Come on, baby. 12.
12 does still hit.
Really?
That is
That's
Oh, I
amazing.
can hit him.
lock right there.
No, maybe not. I still rolled terribly.
10 bludgeoning.
Wow.
All right, 10 bludgeoning damage that is not resistant to. Very good. Because as your fists punch into the form, you find it rather easy to make contact with, and the reverberation from the radiance in your chest as it kind of goes forth, the radiant kind of fist pierces into the center mass, and it feels like you make solid contact with it.
Cool. I'm gonna punch it again.
So you're action surging and punching it again. Go for it.
Hopefully. Hopefully there's no other boss in this thing.
Telling you how to use them.
10.
And you swing wide this time, missing it. All right. Which of you guys are proficient in perception?
Oh yeah, I should have said something.
I
I
am.
was thinking the same thing. I should have yelled.
Okay, Sola and Rygar, I will allow you to roll perception.
I rolled an 8.
12.
Oh no.
Okay. And
Doing your thing.
so
We got this.
I'm giving him the.
you guys are all really
Tent on there.
intent on triggering these traps and finding all the stuff in here.
Popcorn. Yeah.
Vincent, what's your passive perception?
16.
Joe looks so sad.
You're proficient as well? Okay, you can roll Melcine.
17.
Okay, Vincent and Melcine. Vincent, you kind of hear something going on in that room, and Melcine, you as well.
Okay.
As you two are you're not as involved in scoping out this room or triggering the traps, and you kind of get the sense, though you're standing, I'm going to say you're are you still standing on top of this, or this thing's still just following you?
I've decided to just sit down on it.
Okay, so you're just sitting there.
He's actually doing downward dog. He's just doing yoga on it.
I'm trying to figure out what the other scroll you gave me was.
Jax is looking at her shiny new beads.
Beauty is
And
in the eye of the beholder.
Vincent and Melcine, I need each of you to roll initiative.
Beauty is in the eye of the
12.
12.
12.
I'll let you go first since I'm a
Hold, you
gentleman.
had 8, I believe.
9, yep.
Or 9. And Morthos, you had
Not with Jack.
14, yeah.
I know.
Okay. Alright, so there are one more attack against each of you as the shadows reach out. Morthos first. That is a natural 20.
Oh, yikes.
You're petrified.
Bye bye, baby.
I have a feeling.
Death number 2.
We don't have 1,000 gold though.
Yeah, I'm wiped out from the last one.
Yeah, we can't save. We'll be alright.
I'm sorry, I couldn't.
That's 15 necrotic damage to you,
Ooh. Stop dying.
and your strength
How do you use my
score.
reaction first? When can you use your reaction?
You can use it right away,
I can use it right
but
away.
this damage still hits you.
Okay.
Your strength score is reduced by 3.
Wow.
My strength score?
Strength score is
I
reduced
know.
by 3.
Wow. So I went from a 6 to a 3?
Well, so yes. So if you take 3 more strength damage, you are dead.
Yeah, one more hit.
Interesting. Well, I'm casting, I'm going to use my last spell slot to cast Hellish Rebuke.
Yeah, go for it.
And that is a 10.
10. Okay. So the fire again erupts from above and below it, scorching it. It's seemingly resisting, but taking further damage. Its form fizzling in and out as it's beginning to come apart. The next one swing, takes an attack at you, Hold,
20.
and that's a 6.
Really?
As you dodge again, and I rolled a 2 on the die. Morthos, you're now up.
I am going to use my pull out my ice dagger this time, since I felt like the last one wasn't as powerful as it should have been.
Yep.
And we are going to take a swing.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
That's a freaking 1.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
I'm gonna kill myself.
Disengage is an
Killing
option.
me.
You're gonna break your
That's his
fancy
third
knife.
one.
Roll a d20.
You don't have enough strength to pick it up.
This is how the dice play you.
A natural 20?
Oh,
Is that
are
a
you
good thing?
This could be terrible. Or awesome.
Awesome, we're terrible.
You're not natural 20?
Natural 20.
All right, roll a d4, please.
Oh boy. Right in my face.
In the
For one.
1.
Okay. As the strength leaves your body and you try to swing back,
Oh, boy.
you can't control your bowels and you crap all over
Oh,
yourself.
that's right!
Nice. All right.
Remember, that's what 20 is.
Good
And
thing
then
I don't
I
have to breathe.
20 is crap.
So I
They
guess-
make contact.
Well, it depends on what they roll.
Does it pink?
Is that magical poop or no?
It's gotta be. And with that, I'm going to
Come your blade
disengage.
with it.
Yes, you
And I'm going to run 30 feet backwards with my tail between my legs,
duck waddle away.
screaming, Hold's going to need some help. And I just run. You know,
And when
with my tail is conveniently trying to hold the crap underneath me. But,
And when you get there, you're cramping. You don't have enough strength yet.
All right, very good.
sounded like me last
Melsine,
Wednesday.
you hear this, you
Seriously,
see,
just bitch move
you
today.
see Morthos go out, as he runs
Waddling
past
away.
you. Roll perception.
Does anybody have some toilet paper?
I'd take the
25.
He smells awful. While there's feces in this room already, this is
Jeez.
fresh.
What did you do?
I'm just twiddling my thumbs on the way back.
just think, you're missing all of
Those
this.
two things.
Alright, so I move into sight of.
For purposes of this,
Yeah.
all the traps have been triggered.
Okay,
you're,
good
you're,
call.
you're in this room wherever you want to go.
Do we roll initiative or see if we hear him or?
What?
I was yelling, so
Yeah,
I
Oh, he
after-
yelled already. Okay.
After hold, you're.
Got it.
Yeah, you guys will roll initiative.
Alright. I want to move up, I guess, right in front of Sola.
Okay. So that is 20 feet of movement.
And
Can't lose strength.
which is the one that has been hit?
Roll a medicine check.
Okay. 24.
The one to the north, its form seems to be fizzling in and out, much less steady than the one to the south.
Alright, well, then I'm gonna Thorn Whip that guy.
Okay, roll your attack, and this is magical.
Whip the crap out of that guy.
Um,
You should
19.
cross-
19 hits, roll your damage.
No, I already learned not to
Six.
be greedy. I couldn't
6
get more.
damage.
I'm not greedy.
And as you
Selfish.
sling your seaweed thorn whip
It's about time.
past the head of Hold, it wraps around what would be the throat of the shadow, and as you yank forth, it pulls the head off,
Nice.
and the rest of the body just dissipates.
Yes.
Ichabod Crane.
Okay. Well done. Vincent,
I saw Morthos running back,
you did.
and then I heard.
You can roll perception if you want.
Malcine said that he smells
Stinks.
terrible, so I'm gonna walk up to him and
I
say,
did do that.
"You smell like." So I just cast prestidigitation on his
Oh.
Give me some dignity.
All right. So your soil is
He's just rubbing his
cleansed.
hands around your
I
neck.
just changed your
That's
diaper.
dignity for you?
That's fine.
All right. Very good. And that is your action, Vincent.
That's your action.
Nobody said help.
He
Hold.
did say
I
Holt
never will.
needed help.
Hold. You are up.
Yeah. Punchy punches.
Roll your attack.
He punches something.
This is the one that has yet to be hit.
He's got some fire.
He does have 1 point of fire.
1 point of fire damage.
17.
17 hits. Roll your damage.
Change it.
We'll see. 8 bludgeoning.
Wow.
8. Okay, and it takes that full bludgeoning damage as again
Growl at
the
it.
radiance from your chest emanates through your hands and allows you to make solid contact with its nearly ethereal form.
Gone.
Now I need Rygar, Jackson, Solod to roll initiative.
Ouch. 6.
15.
Must be related.
Would you roll a 51?
15.
I
Oh,
wish.
15? I thought you said 16.
How did you do that?
Garsh.
Okay, so another attack on hold. That is a 20. As you put your shield up this time, and its hand makes solid contact with the shield and passes through the shield, but doesn't quite reach your arm, and just barely misses you. Rygar, you are up.
All right. I'd like to move in a position to,
Hit him with your best shot.
yeah,
Fire.
fire away. Yeah.
You would need to kind of right there. You would have an angle on it, though there is a little bit of cover.
Okay.
So
Using
it has what would be considered half cover.
that cover. Okay. And I'm going to use the void.
Yep. Roll your attack.
Oh!
Uh,
Actually, this might hit still.
really? 12.
If it didn't have half cover, it would
Oh.
have. So
I mean, 15.
half cover. Half cover gives you +2, so its AC is currently 14, and you miss. The arrow, full of the void energy, just skids past it. And
I'm just not good
Morthos,
at
you are now up.
Since I'm fresh and clean now, I'm going to move right in front of Rygar and pull out my light crossbow and fire a shot at him.
Okay. Very good.
Oh,
Roll your attack.
you have trouble pulling the crossbow string back because you have not enough string.
I might, you're right. But that's why I rolled a 3, which means it's a 9.
Yep. So you
Your
run
light
up,
crossbow feels
you run
pretty
up,
good.
avoiding the debris on the floor. Take out your light crossbow, which is different than your hand crossbow, the one that has the broken string on it. And you take it out and aim, and you just shoot it right into the door. It doesn't even enter the room. The angle that you have is miscalculated.
And then I'm going to yell out, I'm really, really hurt.
Got that.
Nobody can do that yet.
All right,
Spells.
Melcene, you are up as he kind of whispers that in your ear.
All right.
By the way.
I will use my Balm of Summer Court dice.
Okay.
One
you have
of them.
3 of them. So you're rolling a d6.
You get 3 health
Get
and
3 health
1
back.
temporary hit point.
Well done.
And then I'm going to Thorn with the other guy.
Yep. So it's a bonus action to do the bomb and an action to do your thorn whip. Go for it.
And I miss.
And you miss. Are you staying there?
I am staying there.
Okay, very good. Vincent, you're up.
I will move closer to where everybody's gathered around, just
Okay.
to see what the
What's
commotion
going
is.
on?
Are you leaving your?
Yeah, I'm gonna step down. So,
And it travels how far behind you?
Give an inspiration.
once I'm 20 feet away, it starts following.
Okay, so it moves forward 5 feet.
Yep. Can I move 1 down, or is that?
South?
Yeah.
Yep.
I will try to take a shot at the.
It is in 3/4 cover at that spot.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll your attack. It has +5 to its AC.
All right, it's gonna be a
Just
fire bolt.
Firebolt.
Saves and attack rolls.
Skill checks.
Ooh, you may have gotten it.
23.
That hits. Roll your damage.
He's like 3/4 cover. What 3/4 cover?
What's
Fire
it cover?
damage.
10. Yes.
Yeah, it's fire bolts. So it's 10.
10. Okay, very good. So it hits it and it burns away some of the shadow, but then the shadow kind of schluffs it off, not taking the full blow.
his hair, but it just
holds. You are up.
Whoa.
He's a guy.
Punchy.
Yep. Roll your attack.
Right in his eyeballs.
Hit him. Nice.
23.
Give me that.
Hits. Roll your damage.
Ooh.
9.
9. You punch into its form, and it shudders for a second, the shadow beginning to dissipate, and then it pulls itself back together as Sola is up.
I'm gonna move up to in front of Melcy.
Yep.
Actually, can I get in flanking position behind that guy?
This is a kind of a bone altar here.
So no.
It's you can try, but you're gonna have to roll.
Nah, I'll just go right next to Hold.
Okay.
And I am.
Lift up your fist and punch him.
As
Is Radiant
she
Sunbolton-
gets next to me, since our turns
Oh.
are next to each other, say, just try not to crap yourself.
Actually.
Love that you did prestidigitation.
So I know it's radiant
grace
damage.
ball.
I'm gonna undo that. I'm gonna go next to Melcine. Is that still 3/4 coverage?
Yeah, because you're basically shooting through Hole,
How about if
trying to
I-
shoot through his legs.
Here we go.
You can do that. It just has higher AC.
He was made that.
We have had somebody die this.
Is that 30 feet? Oh, that's not even 30 feet though.
Truth. It's 30 feet.
No, I need. So is Radiant Sunbolt, if I'm right next to it, will it be, is that
So
like
a ranged
disadvantage?
attack at 5, right next to it is disadvantage. So you have to be at least 5 feet away,
Okay.
but no further than 30 feet away to be able to take your radiant bolt attack.
And for the bone altar, I'll have to roll a dex save?
An
what?
acrobatics check.
Okay, I'm gonna do that part. I said,
Don't.
I said,
No, just keep going. Just keep going.
Okay. I don't know what I said.
You don't get to make that save until after you're married.
One backwards. So I want to be I want 5 space, 5 feet of
I mean,
space.
you can do what you want.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, because I'm a radiant sunbolted.
Okay, so you're just going there.
Yes.
All right, so as you run past it, it reaches out and takes a
no.
slash at you as an opportunity attack,
That's true.
and that is a 20 on the total, not on the tie. So you take
I have to deflect missile,
you
but
take
I don't think
8
that helps.
necrotic damage, and you take 2 strength damage. So your strength is reduced by 2.
Oh.
Okay, and now you can take your radiant bolt attack.
Okay.
No. Your strength score goes to 6. Yeah.
11.
11. You gather the radiant energy in your hands and let forth one blow. As you do so, it hits it right square in the back. Was it 11 to hit?
Mm-hmm.
It scoots right past its shoulder as you miss.
I'm gonna use my last chi point to use radiant sunbolt twice. One more.
Yep, so you do your second attack with your flurry of blows.
9 plus 6.
And with your left hand now, this one hits it square in the back, and as it explodes, the light just sears its entire form, and the shadow dissipates to nothing.
And I say, Morthos, you owe me 3 gems now.
What the gems? Just kidding. Just kidding.
All right, very good.
Character development.
So,
have
no
one.
further danger. Eli, you now arrive back,
I'll pick later.
and the party is seemingly recovering in the other room.
Right where I left him.
And how, are you going to try to get to the other side, or?
Gonna yell, "Is everything okay over there?"
It is now.
Yeah,
we're
they
good.
didn't need you.
I didn't think so. I'm gonna. Should I even bother coming over?
Wait, hold the rope.
Nah.
No.
You still have the boy.
Well, maybe.
No, I took him
Let me
back.
check this next hallway first.
You took them back?
Yeah, we do
Yeah.
have another
You,
one.
able to
you
get
found
out.
the way out.
Yeah,
Are you sure it was the way out?
yeah.
Door.
I believe it
Are
was
you
the one that
lying?
was saying that it was.
All right. Well,
Not that I know of.
there's still another door over here that we want to go look
No,
through.
it's actually there's no door.
There's no door.
It's
Oh,
just an open
opening.
hallway,
Oh, okay.
and you see running across the floor
Blood.
every 5 feet, whirring blades and scythes
Nice.
that are just crisscrossing the room, and it goes back about 40 feet
Ooh, that's a heck of a.
I'm gonna give.
every 5 feet. Actually, I think it's longer than that.
So that'd be acrobatics.
She could turn into a
Yeah,
mouse.
I mean, that's fine.
I'm gonna give Rhaegar the blankets and sleeping bags. Put this in the magical bag. Perhaps we will need them later.
We're kicking you out. You're living on the streets now.
Put 'em in.
I'm gonna dump them in.
So you can put on there.
Nobody kicks me.
You can put on there 2 bedrolls.
2 bedrolls.
I'm gonna toss the dice to Morthos.
Are you guys are peering down the hallway? I assume.
Can I hop on the
Yeah.
pillar next to me? I want to try clambering on
Just
that.
press the digitation on this room.
On what?
The white thing next to me.
The disc.
Oh, that?
The disc.
Yeah, you can go stand on that.
I want it.
You're standing on top of.
Maybe.
Don't know. Don't even know that would need dice.
I'll
Right
get
there.
it.
I'm just gonna sit on it now.
So Jax climbs up on top of Tensor's floating disc and has a platform.
This is mine now.
This is my.
Until you guys disappear.
He's gonna float me over something spiky.
I'm not going in there.
I'm just gonna hang out over here and hold the rope, guys.
Yeah,
As
I
you
wanna-
look
I
down
wanna
the
look down
hallway,
the hallway
on
as well.
at the end of the hallway, you see another small door that is made of silver.
This is the silver door.
Try ringing the bell now.
Are the?
Ring the bell.
Can I see?
Wait a minute,
any-
and a minute later, you hear.
What's
Darn.
the part? Can I see any buttons or levers?
Roll
or-
perception.
Good.
Can I help her with
I
that?
would like to guidance myself.
You are guidanced, and you have advantage because you're being helped by Vincent.
19, 22.
22. As you peer around the room, looking at the door, looking at the blades, it seems like this very obvious trap is constantly going, and there's no way to stop it.
Okay.
But you do see that the door at the end of the hallway
Mhm.
is essentially an exact replica of the silver door you've already gone through, with a keyhole in it that is in the same place and shape, basically, as the silver door you've already opened.
Okay.
So you surmise that whoever goes there is
Mhm.
going to need the silver key.
I
Are
convey
these
that
like
to the rest of
pendulum blades?
Good things
Swing from the
come to those who wait.
Some of them are,
Okay.
and some of them are more just like floor
Okay.
Okay.
So
buzz
the mix.
saws.
Does it look
Yeah.
like it would
I'm gonna
require dexterity checks to get across the hallway?
You surmise that someone would need to be pretty quick and adroit to avoid these blades.
I'm gonna
I don't
say
want to have to Google what a word
These are
Good.
not the adroits you're looking for.
good things
what I
come to those who wait. And I'm gonna check to see, like, look for a pattern. Do I see like a pattern in it?
Okay, roll a
and skillful.
perception check.
Is anyone helping? No? Okay.
They've already helped.
That's only an 8.
It looks random to you, as if it's meant to be confusing.
You say it's 40 feet long?
40 feet long.
I think you're the only one that can
Yeah.
make it on one turn.
I think you are the only one that can go 40 feet in a single turn. You're also pretty acrobatic.
Do you think that the store, whatever's behind it, is worth it?
I believe we have to try and check. How would we know otherwise?
I shall try then.
You might want this key for that silver door at the end.
Take the key.
Okay, you have the key.
I'm,
If you could use that to try to avoid it even more.
Yeah.
I don't have any more.
Oh, and no more points.
Yeah, I used the last one to,
I can
to kill them.
buff
one.
you up, but only if it's a like a check.
Do you think we could
I don't know.
use these unbreakable arrows in some fashion? Possibly to stop the buzzsaws?
I
They
don't
are
believe I am
unbreakable, are they
strong
not?
enough for that, though. The sword is going to have some sort of speed to it and weight, and I don't believe I am strong enough to withstand that.
No. How many of these arrows do you have?
I have 3.
3. And do we believe that once you shoot them in the wall, can we get them back out?
Well, the problem is the both sides are coming from 2 different directions.
Mm-hmm.
I scream from my pillar.
Well, I'm going to say that Vincent has stepped up to this and is looking, and as he has, you're just
Slowly
magically
following.
sitting in yoga style.
I'm running around in circles,
She's
giving
doing
you the
yoga.
ride.
In his, just following
Doesn't
in
it
his
follow
wake.
you?
That's perfectly
He's
fine.
kind of your herald.
Less walking
you-
for me.
Radio
As you move
flyer.
forward.
Just quite tired. I've done a lot of work.
Can I make any sense of the room, like what happened in here, or is it just a junk room that? Oh,
This is a junk room
Okay.
where it seems several things just scattered about,
Okay.
thrown about, and while the rest of the dungeon is very clean, and this is clearly untouched.
I will attempt to make it up if you guys wish.
Oh boy.
Well, I
Are
can't
the walls
inspire
gonna start
you,
closing
but if
in
you
on
need
us?
dexterity, I can really help.
Perhaps that would be helpful.
But what if I waste a 2nd level spell on you?
I don't believe looking in that direction is going to help you. In our
I don't
your
think it's
western
gonna be a waste
direction.
either way.
Can I cast detect magic
This is like the end.
Yeah.
as a what do you call it?
She's not using
Roll detect magic as a ritual.
Yes.
Yep.
She definitely is.
She is.
This is a perception. I assume you want to see.
Acrobatics.
Well, if it's acrobatics, then it's gonna be.
That's a dex check.
11.
So you wait.
But I
You
think
wait
it's
10
just
minutes,
me
and you don't really see anything else on the
Or
floor.
it applies to.
Yeah.
But you do notice
Oh.
that the
Then yeah.
beads that Jax is looking at do have a glow to them.
Mhm.
They're clearly magical, as well as the sword that Sola now wields. is
As I'm
also-
walking around, like doing that, I'm going magical. But I'm trying to detect if the room itself is magical because nothing else in the place is filthy, and if the blades are magical, if they're just running on like a mechanism.
No magic.
Okay.
from
In the,
the room.
what about nothing in the room either?
Who has a good set of rolling dice?
What about going out to like
Gotcha.
where we came from?
Down here?
Awesome.
Yeah,
Yep. How long does detect magic last? 10 minutes?
10 minutes.
Yeah. You look into the pit
You need
and
to do that to me all the time.
roll perception.
I only have 2 seconds.
He knows what he's
17.
You see in the midst of the pikes that are facing upward a small pouch on the corpse of a impaled individual near the very bottom of the pit, and there's the pouch flap is open,
Mhm.
and you're getting an aura, an evocation aura coming from
Cool.
that pouch. I think it's evocation. Let me tell you in a second.
It's gonna blow you.
That's what he wants you to do. Just run in there headlong.
Oh, use
My God.
his
Yep,
weapon.
evocation.
Hold up.
No.
Alright. Anna, what were you gonna do before I go up?
You know from your training that evocation describes both destructive magic and healing magic.
Which one is it though?
Okay.
I'm gonna guess blowy uppy.
But that's
It's a
okay. We could
corpse.
use that too.
That's gonna be. I'm just gonna be.
The corpse didn't move.
You see nothing magical down the electrical hallway.
Okay.
Do you care to roll perception for that one? Or
Yeah, why not?
Yep.
15.
while there's nothing magical, you do see at the very center of the hallway a floor panel that looks different than the rest.
What if you're just solving all the mysteries?
That's in the middle of the electric
Yes.
hallway.
Yep.
It's electric.
Do you want me to go step on it?
Eli's there kind of watching you.
Mhm.
You're watching him do all this, standing on the other side of the pit.
Yeah, Eli, there is a trigger or something on the floor in there.
Which one?
the electrified hallway.
Oh.
You guys haven't opened that door yet.
Oh, I'm not going through the other side of it?
Yeah, the other side is open. It's open
Right.
hallway.
Okay.
Yep. You can see down it. He's on the opposite side. It's separated by a wall, and there's another door over there.
Okay.
Which I believe I opened.
Did you open? Okay, so
And
he opened it.
describe
So,
the electric.
so if you peek your head in, you can see Vincent on the other
Oh,
side.
but is it on the floor? Is it?
What are you doing?
No,
We're
there's
killing
electric.
things in
There's
here.
electric
So
like
is he.
diodes
Dance floor.
up on the ceiling,
Okay.
near the ceiling,
15
with
feet.
arcs of electricity going between them. And Vincent just saw a panel in the middle of the floor,
That might be the trigger.
about 15 feet in from both sides, 20 feet in from both sides. That looks different than the other.
It's probably made of
floor panels.
copper or something. What's a good conductor? Gold. Yeah.
Bone.
It looks like the blue stone. It's just there's something. The way that it's positioned, there's a little bit of elevation to it above the other stones.
Okay. That's it for now.
Okay. Okay. Sola.
Alright, before she does, I'm gonna quick hop off my little panel, tap her, and I'm gonna cast Enhance ability on you. Specifically, the Cat's Grace. So now you have advantage on all dexterity checks, and you can fall from 20 feet without getting damage.
Cool.
Okay.
But I have to
how long does that
concentrate
last?
for an hour.
An hour. Okay. And so, are you giving her guidance? Did you say that?
I was about to.
Okay. So you can, and you're just moving forward through these
Well, I'm gonna attempt to dodge.
naturally. Okay.
Duck.
So
You're feeling very
Can I
dexterous.
check the stairs to see if there's any like additional traps besides the?
there are no stairs. It's just a straight hallway.
In the hallway, see if there's like
Don't forget the key.
If there are
traps besides
other
the
traps than the
Yes.
That
quite
would be the
obvious
kicker.
ones.
Yes, it would be.
Oh, gotta do it
Roll
again.
perception.
2 more times.
19.
Them whirling blades.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Alright. And yes, I have the key. Morthos gave it to me.
Okay.
Okay, so you have the key and you start moving forward.
That's mine
Full
is
speed ahead.
yours. That's what Martha said.
Yeah.
With dodging. All right, very good.
Yes.
Because you're moving at full speed, you have disadvantage on the acrobatics rolls,
Oh my
but that is countered by the advantage you just
So how about you
received.
move regular speed?
So,
Well,
Too late.
isn't that
Too late.
regular speed though?
Already picked. Go.
and so you roll straight up.
Okay.
Well, you'll do it faster.
We don't like that one.
12, 13,
That's a 1, I can see it.
19, 20, 21.
21. So, you've seen Sola in combat do some pretty amazing things. But as she stands and you see her do a slow kata to center herself, and as she does, her hair begins to glow radiantly, and she tenses her body, takes a brief glance down, and just sprints forward. and it is an elegant display as she flips and jumps off of the walls, diving over whirling blades, tumbling under the twirling sides. She spins and dips, dives, ducks, dodges, and dives, and all those dodgeball references.
Dodge a wrench, you can dodge a blade.
That's right. And she arrives on the other side. The blade's all still going and moving, but she is there now at the foot of the door.
I'll open the door.
Open the door.
Spike goes up right
She's on the ceiling.
She's the one that gets impaled.
Sadistic Matthew thought of that.
That's right. Hilarious, but
Only fun for you.
only fun for me. As
No, I would've
you
loved
open the door, you see a pedestal with a purple pillow. And in the center of the purple pillow is a golden coin.
I am
got
going
chocolate
to
on
check for traps.
She's gonna turn around.
Roll
Gold sucks.
investigation.
Am I still? Does that kind of guidance too?
Nope. You use that on your acrobatics.
It's a chocolate coin.
17.
17. You see no traps.
Plus token.
I'll take the gold coin and the pillow.
Yes.
Congratulations! You hear a slow clap. Good luck getting back. And the blade starts swinging faster.
You still have your.
I will walk at regular pace.
So you're going more carefully.
Yes.
Okay, so you will have to make 2 checks, but you can make them at advantage.
Okay.
And
Okay.
what do you add? +5 to her.
No, it just gives me advantage.
Okay, so you see her grab the coin. As you look down the coin, it says minted in 1364, golden anniversary of the reign of Lord Piergron the Paladinson.
What?
Paladinson. He's a paladin.
You
Prince.
roll history.
Okay, I probably wouldn't know anything.
The hermit.
Especially with that roll.
8.
Yep. Name kind of sounds familiar, but you don't really
grew
remember
up by myself.
from where.
It all makes sense now.
Okay.
By myself.
And you can now roll your first
No offense.
acrobatics.
Yeah.
18.
18. You just skirt through. This time she's more careful. Not nearly as bold and brazen as you all see the blades
I'm
pick
carrying
up
things
speed.
now, you know?
And she has a purple pillow.
Purple pillow.
Don't let that
I'm
look
claiming
at
that. I want that.
It's going in our bar.
As she stops about halfway through, you see her collect herself
on the wall.
and move forward again.
It's gonna be my bedroom pillow.
23.
Now, her confidence returning, you see her cartwheel forward and tumble into a kind of round-off back handspring and land with perfect form right in front of you.
I have a sign that says 9.2.
And I say
Can you go back and get the silver key, please?
Nothing is impossible to the willing mind.
Did you bring the pillow?
Yes.
Can you toss it over here, see?
Toss it.
Gives you the pillow,
How big?
and you now have a golden coin.
How big is the pillow? That's the real question.
It's like a seat pillow, like a seat cushion size.
Perfect.
I'm just kidding. I'm giving it in his bag.
I'm going to toss Vincent.
It can be
Would you
like
take a look at this
bar
coin?
seat of power.
Oh, is he away?
I'm by
He's
the
over in the other hallway.
Never mind then.
You guys can all make your way to him.
Is this just a golden coin or a glowing golden coin?
Does anybody want dice and a box of
Well,
buttons?
Soloff shows it to Vincent.
I'm taking it.
It's within 10 minutes,
save the buttons.
and there is a golden glow to it.
Magical.
It's magical.
Magical.
Maybe.
I'll take the dice.
I'm still looking at the bag and the
Okay.
Yep.
Was there actually a keyhole on the golden door that we found?
I don't remember, but there might be I'm not.
There was not.
There was not a
Maybe,
slot.
maybe there is a place for this coin to open the
Agreed.
door instead.
Agreed. We'll make our way over.
Let's go back.
Okay.
Gotta be something.
I'm sitting on the edge of the pit.
The coin gives us a transmutation.
Ooh. Okay.
I'm surprised that through all our searching we still haven't found this unicorn.
That is peculiar.
Yeah.
I think they
If someone
forgot.
has a unicorn, they would
I
tell us,
forgot
wouldn't
about the
they?
unicorn.
Who has the unicorn?
We don't know.
We did not find it yet.
We didn't find it yet. Perhaps it's in this golden room.
Maybe there was
It's a
no
It's a good choice.
day.
It's a good
Keep
point.
looking.
Keep going.
I'm just twiddling my thumbs and kicking my feet over the edge of the pit like a little toddler. Are we almost done?
Oh yeah, we're done. Let's go.
Come on.
So how are you guys trying to get back over the pit?
I'm gonna jump over.
You're gonna jump again?
I'm gonna back out of the way.
Roll athletics.
18.
Okay, you catch on the edge just like last time. It's the same roll you had, and then you pull. As Eli is sitting there and kind of kicking his legs. You just run forward and jump, and he's like, "Oh God!" Rolls backwards, and you catch on right to where he was. Right to where he was sitting, and you pull yourself up.
Alright. I'll just grab the rope and hold tight again.
I'll run across.
Okay, so roll your acrobatics.
You're fancy.
You still have advantage. 16, you make it. Anyone else going?
I'm going across.
I'm just waiting for Vincent to get across.
Yeah.
I'm still sitting on his platform.
20, unnatural.
You're there across, so Eli, you're Cold, Sola, and Morthos are all over.
Yeah, I'll go.
What?
This is acrobatic.
Did
No,
Jax
you're not.
did Jax get inspiration?
She got inspiration for helping Phil get through the conference.
All right, so Jax has inspiration. Thank you, whoever. Scooby Doo, thank you for the inspiration for Jax. All right, very good.
If he gets across,
Then I'm just.
then you just roll over.
Yup, that's what I'm waiting for.
You don't. It's gonna go down into the pit.
It's still gonna hold me up above the spikes.
That is true, but you will be down in the pit.
Well, then he'll just
Grab
walk
the
20 more
And
feet.
it doesn't
You can
go
grab
up.
the
It
coin.
doesn't-
You don't want to
it-
fill
it'll
it
get
in
stuck
the pit.
Yeah, it's not gonna go up.
Should be
Andy
a fun
Dwyer
one.
made a song about that.
So what do you guys, the four of you doing?
I'm going across.
Acrobatics
Doesn't
as
go
well?
up bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
A steep incline.
Nope.
10.
10. Roll an athletics check to see if you can catch yourself.
Grab the coin purse.
Guys, my athletics is -2.
Good one.
Oh boy.
Better than having a -6.
3.
You are, while last time you made it across carefully, you don't take your time as much as this time because you're kind of like, we're going to get out of here, I'm
That's
done with
so
this.
unlike me.
And you move and there's a wiggle to the line that you didn't expect and you fall. You try catching yourself and you plummet
Oh boy.
20 feet below. So first as you hit, there's bludgeoning damage. And then your body is pierced through with these spikes at the bottom. So
You did.
No one can heal themselves.
I have a healing
24
potion.
bludgeoning.
you take 16 bludgeoning and piercing damage combined.
Okay.
Oh boy.
And
girl.
Vincent,
Was that the first damage
you,
you've taken
you all see
the
this.
entire
She is
time
down
you've been
there.
playing?
She's 20
Yeah.
feet
She
below.
didn't play the dragon.
You're
Yeah.
in the middle of the pit. There's 10 feet on either side of you, and there are still jagged spikes around.
Okay.
Well, and I see her fall.
They look like
I'm
they
going
hurt.
to get closer to the pit and loosen the rope so she can grab it, and then tighten it up to raise her up.
Oh, is that rope still
Yeah,
across?
because you had 100 feet of rope, so
Did
you
you
can
know
do
we
that.
had a rope across that you could have tight roped across?
That's what she was
That's what she
trying
tried
to
to
do.
do. She
doing.
failed.
Yep.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought we were.
All right, so he lowers the rope down
No,
to
we
you.
all
Is anyone
feel
else saying or doing anything?
Grab a hold
You
of
can
the
do
weight.
it.
Let me get across first.
I don't care that you're bleeding.
Fine,
I'm just
go.
gonna start casting Unseen Servant.
Unseen Servant.
Ritual, yeah.
Okay, casting ritual. You can roll your athletics check to grab on
Go, Melcy.
as he pulls you off of the spikes that are impaling you. So this is to hold on as he rips
Okay.
you from the spikes.
Alright.
Don't hurt.
Ouchie.
Jeez.
Pick a different d20.
Literally a 0.
You rolled a 2.
Yeah.
You didn't get it on the first.
So you
Technically, it's not.
he
a crit
pulls you
fail.
off and it's excruciatingly painful. You go up about 6 feet
Oh, no.
and fall
16 more
back down.
bludgeoning damage.
And you
walk your
take
way through.
4 more piercing damage.
I just imagine you bring up and
Let's try that one more time. Just one more time.
If I turn into a mouse, can I scurry
Oh,
across
yeah.
this blasted rope?
You will be able to.
Wow.
Yes, I will let you roll another acrobatics check.
Okay.
You turn into a squirrel.
I am going to turn into a mouse.
Okay? Roll acrobatics.
He's now an impaled mouse on the very top
Seriously.
of this plate.
Oh, okay, that's at least a 7.
You're no longer allowed to roll
Are you
that.
good?
9.
9. You try to scurry up, but the slope of the rope is too much for you to overcome as a
My
mouse.
gosh.
You can get to the edge of the platform
Okay.
where there are the edge of the pit. You scurry through the spikes. Roll perception.
Can I lower myself down and just chuck her
Oh,
out
No,
as
you're
a
not
mouse?
using that one anymore.
I don't know. You took it.
Oh, I switched it. This was the bad one.
Roll better. You did
All
not
right.
roll better.
You
Okay,
get no
but
dice.
15 for
15.
perception.
You see a pouch down there with some stuff in
Ooh,
it.
this actually works out well.
And you, as you're scurrying to the edge. So you're in your mouse form. You now are standing at the foot of the ledge going up out of the pit. There's no immediate spikes around you,
Okay.
but you still would need someone to help you
Can I
climb up.
can I then take the end of the rope and dangle it down to her?
You can.
Am I able to, in my mouse form, get a hold of the pouch?
So I will let you, because you're not stuck to anything,
Uh-huh.
roll a athletics check with advantage
Okay.
Can I yell
to see
to her?
if you can just secure yourself to it as Hold pulls you out.
Athletics, 18.
Okay.
No, athletics. Crap. 14.
You hold on and
Or did you
hold
say acrobatics?
athletics.
Athletics.
Hold just lifts you out.
Okay.
Your bloodied mouse form
Seriously.
holding on, and he just puts out his hands and you hop onto his hands and sets you down.
Can I pick up the pouch or no?
Alright, so that leaves Vincent, Jax, and Rygar on the other side of the pit still.
Can you hook back up the rope?
It's I can do two things at once. It was tight this way, and I was lifting her this way. We're good.
Alrighty, I'm gonna go across.
Okay.
Nice.
This is acrobatics.
21.
You're across. 12. You fall, but catch yourself
Oh.
and kind of almost. You know how they do the slack roping where guys like
Oh
will
yeah.
bounce?
It goes down, then I pull him up.
Yep. And so Rygar falls and hits the rope and then flips back up and lands on his feet.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
fancy.
Love
Yeah.
it.
Nice.
And he's like, I actually meant to do that.
High five. As he jumps off, high five.
Style
All
points.
right. Vincent, as you are concentrating on your ritual, you guys are all kind of waiting for him. It completes. Your unseen servant is created.
Did she grab the bag?
She did not.
Oh, she didn't?
Oh, I
She
thought
was
that.
she was a mouse.
I
thought
thought
she
you
was
allowed her to affix herself to it as Hold pulled her up. That's what you said.
I thought you said you were fixing stuff to the rope.
No, that's all right.
Oh, I thought it was the bag too.
I don't think
That's
I could
what I
grab it
thought.
anyway.
Okay, so I was casting it into the pit
Yep.
so he could grab the
Because he only said pouch.
the satchel or whatever.
Yep. So he's in the pit, grabs the satchel. How is he going to get back to you?
He doesn't have to. I just want to make sure it wasn't going to go off.
Okay, so he has the satchel,
How deep is the pit?
20 feet.
Okay.
Molly can jump 20 feet without hurting herself.
Melcy cannot.
Right. I'm gonna
But can I-
hang on to
Cat's
the
grace.
rope and say,
But can I
hold,
jump
loose,
not on the
loosen the slack. Hold.
Dexterity check.
Let me down in the pit.
Molly.
Let me down.
So-
go down.
So you're going to go down to the pit?
Mhm.
Okay, so you go down to the pit.
Oh, never mind.
Roll a athletics check to climb down carefully.
That's that's gonna be a 5.
We're
So
really weak.
as he
have
loosens
negative
the
2 as
slack,
well.
you grab on and you kind of get out to do a little belaying, and as you do, your hands slip and you fall down.
What a nerd.
You avoid. There are no spikes immediately at the edge of the pit, right? So you're there. So you only take bludgeoning damage, and you take 6 bludgeoning damage as you land.
All right.
Holy.
Tanking through this.
That's what wizards do.
He's been drinking his milk.
So I'm gonna meet up with or I'm gonna have the
Tank.
unseen servant come to me and hand me the satchel.
And he does, and you look inside, and there is a
Magical.
potion that you have seen before. It's a minor healing potion.
Which I will take.
Oh, man.
I'm just gonna drink it.
You drink it right away?
Yeah, I'm drinking it right away.
All right, roll your 2d4 plus 2.
I have one for you.
To be fair, I think we're almost out of here.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, no, I'm okay.
To be fair, I've taken probably 40.
4 hit points.
Okay, you get 4 hit points.
I took
so you roll
20.
You rolled 2 ones.
Yes, I did.
All right. Now you're at the bottom of the pit.
Alright, so I'm gonna make it.
Round 2.
Can I walk to the other end of the pit?
You can
Carefully.
You'd have to roll an acrobatics check to avoid all of the spikes.
Sure. I'm gonna go really super slow.
Okay. I will let you roll with advantage, but you'll have to roll twice.
Okay. That's a 17.
So you get about halfway through, and you kind of glance down at the body that you already took his satchel from, and you continue on.
That's a 12.
And you
Fall onto the spike.
almost, but you catch yourself and make it out.
Okay. And I go, hold up! Up! Hold up!
Throw the rope in the tube. Yeah, I dangle it down. Just
Okay, roll athletics to hold on.
like a toddler.
11.
And he pulls you out, and you are able to hold on. You have 100 feet of rope tied to the door at the other side,
Yeah.
He's only 19.
and it is securely there.
So he's 6.
I don't know if you're going to try to break it
Save
with
our
you still,
rope.
but the rope is tied up.
Nobody
Okay, you guys are all on the other side.
What's the door made of? Wood and
Just gonna rip it
metal?
off.
It's silver,
Oh.
metallic
Why are
silver.
we not taking the door with us?
Melt it down. Put it in the
Solid
bag of
silver.
holding.
Yeah,
That's
what
a
kind of
smart
a
idea.
Shampoo.
what kind of a good old fashioned
I
tug of
can,
war
I
would
can
it
run
take
and
to pull it
untie-
off the handle?
You can roll
To pull
strength.
the
You
handle.
can roll athletics.
I
All
can
of us?
run across and untie it. Fairly quickly.
27.
How many people can
27?
hold onto
I was
this
saying, how many people
rope?
can hold on to the rope?
It's gonna help him too.
You
I
pull
cannot
and
help.
pull, and the rope snaps at the knot, not on the door, but in the middle.
So save
Lost
one
the
rope.
arrow.
So you get 50 feet of rope back.
Can I have it back? It's my rope.
I think it was better.
I don't know.
No,
I'm
it's
also
tied rope.
too
Tie
slow to
ropes
get it
together.
back.
No, we used the silk rope.
Oh, that was his rope.
You
then.
tied 2
We
ropes.
used the silk rope.
Oh, we use silk rope? I just have regular rope.
The silk rope was the one tied to the door.
Of course it was.
That's BS. No,
All
it
right,
wasn't.
okay. Roll any dice. Odds, it's the one tied to the door. Evens, it's
No.
Even. I rolled a 12.
Okay, then you got your silk rope back.
So I
Why are we
lost
so
my rope.
fixated on
Yes.
Silk Rope?
I'll buy you a rope.
Somebody get out their dice and
All right.
Vincent,
What are you guys doing now? You guys
Vincent,
Conversing-
take a look at this coin.
I'm still not sure what you're into.
We're going to the gold door in the library.
Gold
Take
door.
this point to the gold door.
Don't have
And Morphos is going to try to walk through it with a gold coin.
Of course, I'm gonna try to do something with the gold.
So you guys make your
I'm
way
going
back.
with it.
I'm still in mouse form.
You're
by
still
the way.
mouse form, and you're all trudging along. You go back to the room where you found
I can hop
Kyle,
on the thing.
which had
Stuck in there.
had all the
Oh,
wine
it's
racks,
a
Put it on my
bit.
shoulder.
and in the corner, to Eli's perception, a golden door that you had moved aside the racks in front of it and found it there. And as you approach, the coin in your hand starts humming and resonating in tune with the gold door itself. And as you step up to it, the door just slides open of its own accord.
And you
Nice.
take 40 rating.
I think I'm still.
And inside you
don't have
see
one, not me, so.
inside you see a lantern
I have one of
that
those.
is there, kind of floating just behind the door, with a large eye on it.
Ooh.
Oh, we saw that in a mural, did we not?
Lantern of revealing.
Can I make a history check
No,
on the
no,
coin?
not yet.
Nice.
Yes. Actually, no. The coin disappears as soon as the door opens.
Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I'm gonna
Well, I'm
have.
gonna make an Arcana check on the
Yeah.
lantern. Did you grab that, or is it just floating there?
Morthos grabbed it and then handed it to Sola.
Is there anything else
Well,
in
I
there?
had the coin
She has the
still,
coin, so she
so
actually
I
went.
grabbed it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Sola grabbed it.
Okay.
You wanna make an arcana check?
Sure, I'll make an Arcana check on it.
I think
Hey,
Eli would be
guys,
helpful for
I,
this.
I know how to get out of here too.
18.
Looks cool.
See?
Through the
You,
paradise room.
Yeah.
It's
you
whatever this says.
have heard of lanterns that, depending on how they're made, kind of give insight into different degrees of vision. And this one actually allows you to see things that have been made invisible. It makes them visible within a certain radius of the glowing light. So the light that it hits actually has an effect to make the creatures visible again. That's what you recall about this type of implement. You'd need to spend more time with it to know the specific details of how that would work.
Like detect invisibility, kind of.
It's more of like an aura of visibility. So anything that comes into the aura would
He's helping clean.
cause it to become visible.
We're gonna have to pay him.
Is it currently lit?
It is not lit.
It's like that one.
Well, I have dark vision.
Do you have any oil?
We have torches?
There is a little bit of oil in it, though not much. Maybe enough for about 10 minutes of burning.
This lantern will slow down and make me unbalanced in my fighting.
I'll carry it.
For the bar!
For the bar. Definitely for the house.
Anyone else do anything?
Is there any wine bottles that are still not broken in that room?
Speaking of which,
Yeah, can we put fairy lights in them and put
my
them on
hand
the
is
tables?
shaking a lot right now.
Yep.
Ambiance.
Ask Rhaegar to open up the bag,
Okay.
and I reach in trying to get one of those bottles of gray.
So you reach in and you don't feel anything, but then you kind of picture it in your mind, and one of the bottles appears in your hand.
That's awesome. So I take the thing off,
Do you
take
have
a
a corkscrew?
Crack it, and you go, and it's delicious.
big ol' swig, put some into my
flask.
and
Fill your
I go,
flask.
who wants one? I know how to get
You
out of
could
here.
have sold that.
There's 4 more, relax.
What is it?
I'll take
Is
some.
that-
That was in
It is
character,
good.
that was not Jake.
Useless to me.
Got it.
Hard to tell
I'm not
some-
offended.
It
hard to
is.
tell
Well,
sometimes.
Melcine is
I say
offended.
sure.
So now
difference?
half our team is hammered walking out of this place, right?
We had one
You're,
sip.
I would say you're not,
Did
unless
we
you,
officially look through?
if you open any more, then I make
After
you
he-
open.
We're not opening any more.
After he drinks the
Where the
wine,
mine.
ask
lucky
him.
stone
Say Morthos. You remember what that room said with all the gold in it?
with the 3 things, he reached Shannon. Did we
You take
officially
what you
look
can afford.
through all of that?
That's correct.
What can you afford to take?
Not the.
I do not know.
I
Listen,
think that's all that was in there.
I know how to get out of here. I don't want any more trouble.
It
We
says,
can afford
Yeah, that
something.
one.
but it says they're all
we did not.
fake.
We did not take anything from that room, so I think we are good, right?
We didn't spend a lot of
I'm
time.
trying to get you
No, we did.
get some extra.
All right, so you make your way back to the gate room, and
Oh, so you want me to take
All right.
the gold from that room?
I did this with Kyle. You hold this gem,
Only what
you
you can
grab the
afford.
gate, you disappear, so does the gem,
What?
and then it comes back.
What if we all just touch each other and then do it?
Oh, you
Then-
would say that.
You're very touchy.
I'm gonna put my hand right on his pectorals. Both of them.
I flex it
okay,
back
so
and
he's
forth.
his hold going first then.
I think we need to talk about one thing real quick before we step
I
through.
put my hand on your
well, look, we
pectorals.
still did not find the stupid unicorn.
That's what. So we know
Oh.
Purge is gonna come looking for us. We didn't find it, right?
Tell him
know,
the truth.
The only place we did not go is into the lava pit.
I'm not going into the lava.
I
We're
think we
not
should
going
go
in
into
the
I
lava
don't
pit.
believe.
I think we
lava
should just
pit.
get out of here.
You should go in the lava pit.
We've died. We've come so close to death so many times. We have Kyle. We gotta
We
get
made
out
some
of here.
stupid decisions.
Correct.
But
Yeah.
look at this
Cat
sword.
anything.
Yeah, we killed the
don't
dragon.
owe that cat anything.
I agree.
We,
so
But I want
we
the
tell him the
800
truth
coin.
that
We
we
don't
don't
have
see
it.
it.
that sounds. We don't see it. That is a better
We
way of
don't-
putting that.
We don't have it.
We don't see it.
I never saw it.
Me
Let's go.
neither.
Do we have it? I'm confused.
We do not have it.
don't.
Yes, but no.
Let's
we
get
don't.
out of here.
All right. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
I'm not touching your chest.
I'll just grab the gem.
All right, so he
All right,
grabs
well, and
it,
I'm sitting on his shoulder
and
as
you
a
all
mouse,
see him
so.
apparate,
Does the mouse
Does she
too?
go with me?
And
Because she's
then-
on my shoulder.
and then the gem reappears.
Yeah. If she was on his shoulder in mouse form, does she go too?
No.
Well,
I just
it's
fall
one
into
damage.
10 more damage.
You actually you take a point of damage and reappear.
She goes unconscious.
Jeez.
I now grab the gem.
Cheese.
Okay, Rygar goes next. I assume you each
Yeah.
are going.
Yeah.
How far is the gates from
I'll
the,
go
the
last,
gold
just
room?
in case something attacks us.
It's about 40 feet. You have to go through the gold room to get to the gates.
You have to touch the gate, right?
Yes.
What are you trying to do?
I know.
I want,
really wanted to
I
look
want
in
to touch
that
the
room
gate
one
and use
more
Mage
time.
Hand and grab as much as I
You
can.
still could have. You still can.
It's alright.
It's possible.
See what happens.
I just want to get out of here before you do that.
I
that what you're
disappear.
I'm thinking. I'm going to wait. I'm going to let
So-
everyone else go.
I'm
So
going after
Rygar
Jax.
goes, Jax goes, Eli goes,
We
Melcene
can
goes,
fight, we can
Sola goes, Hold and Morthos are
I'm
there.
supervising you.
Old, what do you think? Should we try?
Well, how are you feeling right now?
So I'm going to give Hold everything I have. I'm going to give you the gems. I'm going to give you my gold.
This
I'm going
is
to give
very
everything to you.
trusting.
What is happening right now?
I don't know.
None of you are there.
That's all right.
They're all fake.
Okay?
And I'm going
And-
to grab the gem in one hand.
Yep.
I'm going to cast Mage Hand and grab as many gold
So
coins as I
Mage
can out
Hand
of that
goes
room.
out and takes a large pile of platinum.
I'm not touching it.
Right?
Just Mage Hand.
Yep.
No, wait, Morthos. Only take what you can afford.
Well, I just gave you everything, so what can I afford?
I
have
give
nothing
you
to
all your
lose.
gold and platinum back. Only take this much.
All right, hold on. I have to
We'll
figure
see.
out how much I actually
We
have.
might be able to double what
You know
have.
this guy likes riddles.
All right, I am going to reach for
Precisely.
precisely 88 gold.
So you
That's all I got.
it's
You're broke, dude.
roll perception to see
Because we
if
gave
you
it all
can
to save
actually
his
do
life.
that from the distance you are.
Perception. Should be pretty good. 18.
So you grab 8 platinum pieces.
I'll take it. I'm going to touch the gate.
Okay? You touch the gate and you see his body apparate, the Mage Hand disappear, and the platinum drop back into the room.
And I have all this stuff.
Yep.
I'm staying.
Forever.
Alright, and that's the.
Gem reappears.
Alright. How do I keep this gem?
Swallow it. Ew.
It
Interest.
might hurt coming back out to go back
Ouch.
to the portal again. Alright,
So touch it. Alright, very good. I need everyone to roll a wisdom save.
that's good news.
I'm not very smart.
Surprisingly, I am.
23.
Ooh, quick.
15.
At least you're not as dumb as Solo.
5 on wisdom.
14.
16.
I don't know why.
You've been around.
4.
I don't know why. I felt like you're the wisdom save.
4.
I got 4.
Saves.
I go insane from
9.
Okay, what'd you have, Vincent?
23.
Melcene?
To be
17.
fair, wisdom space.
Jax?
9.
Bull?
60.
4.
4.
14.
15.
15.
Okay. Vincent, you are the only person who actually remembers what happened in the Blue Alley. Every
Oh.
every
Robin,
single
you're
one of you.
That's so good because I have all this stuff.
No, listen. It's not that you remember nothing. Okay? So
You would be, Holt would be like, how
none of you remember
I got you, bro.
none of you remember the specific traps that you faced.
What?
None of you remember the specifics of the rooms that you faced. None of you remember the monsters that were there, with the exception of you vaguely recall fighting a dragon. You vaguely
Cross out
recall
all this stuff.
you
I know,
recall
right?
all of the items that you gathered and
I was gonna
kept.
say, the unicorns in the back.
You also recall that there was, in your mind, there was just wealth beyond imagination. That there was so much for you to go in and get, and you feel a sense of victory as you all emerge.
Let's be more famous now.
Huzzah!
You emerge in a
cred.
That's right.
you emerge in a circular room with kind of an open hallway. There's a large circular table at the center with several drinks set up and food, a spread of food that's there.
Where's Kyle?
Kyle is there eating the food.
Okay. already dead.
He didn't go home.
He's already undead.
Sitting next to him is a black tabaxi. Just talking to him. As you look out past the hallway, you see a balcony, and you see Bonnie, the barmaid, walk in. The barmaid from the yawning portal.
Are we upstairs?
And she sees you. She says, "Oi, it looks like there's more of you then. I'll go let Dernan know."
Big D?
And
Big D.
she turns around and walks back down, and you are there, seated around the table. These visions of grand riches in all of your minds, with the exception of Vincent, who knows exactly what happened all the way through. And you see Purge stop, and he kind of looks at you, and he smiles, and he says, My, you are all here. Welcome back. The little one has a fuzzy memory. Perhaps you can tell me, do you have the unicorn? We can't roll my
There was a ton of
unicorn.
There was a ton of treasure, but I didn't see a unicorn.
We didn't find your
I also
unicorn.
did
Leave this
not
boy
see a
alone.
Unicorn.
But what was in that could feed everyone for ages.
Yeah.
A unicorn?
No, the treasure in the room.
I just remember a dragon.
A dragon?
Oh yeah, we defeated the dragon.
I think so. Did we?
We had to in order
Was
to
it
get out
a
of it.
dragon or was it
Yeah.
a shield, bronzy, brassy shield? Was that a real dragon?
Yeah, that was a real dragon.
Was it?
I think I cut its head off.
I'm pretty sure I was riding it for quite a while.
I think only like 2 turns.
Yeah, well, that exactly.
So
Quite a while.
In that room.
you saw no unicorn.
He turned
Unicorn!
Oh, oui, oui.
Find the
This
unicorn!
accent is real, okay?
Mon ami.
Mon ami.
Okay, Lumiere.
What does this unicorn mean to you? Clearly it's not in
It
there.
is for my benefactor.
There you go.
Who's your benefactor?
I have already explained, I do not know.
Which is why I say, even if we found it, we would not give it to you for fear that it would be used
Listen.
for evil.
No,
I'm
no.
gonna
Whoa,
just
whoa.
put my arm in front of
I have
me.
800 gold.
Children. Oh,
Listen,
For you.
that room, there was just gold everywhere. Platinum, copper,
Rubies, gems.
but there was
Oh, I got plenty
nothing
from this dungeon.
besides
I'm sure you do.
money.
He's looking each of you over very closely as you're having this conversation.
I'm gonna make very convincing eye contact.
What does that look like?
Just gonna flirt with him a little, give him a wink.
No. Not
So
like that.
roll persuasion.
You found the one thing you won't
We have a friend
I didn't say I
cantrip.
wouldn't do
We have
it.
a friend cantrip.
Not saying no, but
Oh wait, persuasion?
Yep.
oh my goodness.
That's your holy moly one.
12.
Because you rolled it on the table.
What say you, Tiefling? A
Hey.
unicorn unicorn can't do it after an O. It's hard.
Trust me.
Hard.
800 coin. I would give you the unicorn in the heartbeat if I had it, but we did not find no unicorn in
Well, that's a
the
straight up lie.
blue whatever the
He
heck
doesn't
this thing was
know.
called.
I know, but he
I
definitely
believe you.
would give it to him. Oh yeah, for the gold he would.
I would in a heartbeat again
Monk.
for the gold.
That's right, he would.
I do not even want to know. Metal Man.
What can I do for you?
Unicorn.
I think that we've explained enough. I don't know why we all have to speak to you about this. I'm sorry. Don't know anything about it.
Insight check.
Wizard. Unicorn.
They speak the truth.
Roll deception.
They are speaking the truth.
Yes, but you're not.
Yes, I am. I'm saying they're speaking the truth.
It's true.
He did say
Wordplay.
they're speaking the truth.
Okay, you can roll persuasion if you prefer that.
I don't think it'll make a difference, but what was it? Persuasion or what? Deception?
Or deception.
option.
Oh, right, you did know about it. I thought
Yeah, they're
you
both the
did.
same. It's an 8.
I rolled a 6 on his insight.
Yes!
I don't know
Rubbing
what
his
you're
eye.
talking about.
Yes.
Close.
Unicorn.
I have not seen a unicorn. I know of no such thing.
You lie.
I believe you. You. Unicorn. No idea.
No.
Elf. Unicorn.
I'm sorry. I can't help you.
That was a
Roll
true.
persuasion.
No, he can't help.
17.
Yes. Oh, jeez, you're minus 2.
5.
Yes! Cats are dumb.
Well, if you do
Just
not
a
have it,
nature.
I cannot take it.
Probably
Bite
trying
from
to
you.
help us out here.
So,
Mm-hmm.
I bid you adieu.
Here's a parting drink. I hand him my flask. Take a swig.
Good, tasty.
It's good stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, leave.
Okay. He turns around and goes.
Hold. May I see that gem that matches this sword?
How do you know he has it?
I saw
We
you
remember
have it.
all of the things.
Right.
We remembered all the things.
But nobody knows that I gave
Nobody
it.
knows that.
that's
Only
true.
Hold and Morthos know about the
That's
6
right.
gems they took.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
nobody
I
else
thought we
knows.
saw him. Never mind.
You
Gonna put
saw
it on the
empty
engagement
skeleton
to you.
eye sockets when you went in there to assist, but
Morthos.
We
We
didn't
tried.
see
Kyle,
Any-
why did you not go home?
Thank you.
I appeared here and I was so hungry.
I give you 3 this time.
I just started eating, and,
Alright!
and then that nice
Teamwork.
lady came in, and,
Secretly. We know what she
And-
was.
Nobody sees.
and the bartender man came in and just started laughing.
Big D?
You couldn't tell me.
I don't know who he is. He just started
I don't know.
laughing at me,
Bearded.
and he said that he didn't believe his bleeding eyes.
Oh, that's Big D. That's my boy Big D. It's my friend.
And then he called me a bugger,
Yeah.
What
And-
bug is it?
and then he said I could stay as long as I want, and so I did. And then that black cat came up here, and he asked me about you guys, and he asked me about a unicorn, and I don't know anything about a unicorn, but I remembered you guys, and I said that you were all still
Telling you, it was in me.
alive last
Get
time I
none of
saw.
it.
And then
Did he say anything else?
he just asked me questions about the alley, but I couldn't really tell him anything. I just remembered that there was a lot of gold and stuff, and I hid most of the time until you found me. And that was it.
You smell like booze, boy.
I've been drinking water since I've been back here,
It's good to rehydrate.
and he brought me some chocolate milk. It's really good. Yeah.
You and Vinny would get along good then.
Something milk?
That's because there's only 3 years between the two of them. One of them's a crime fighter and the other's our slave. I mean,
We
son.
pay
No,
him.
he's like the highest
Candy
paid
is
person
worth
Yeah.
in this whole city.
You know,
It's a
what,
gold
we should
a day.
probably get them back to Candy. She is
Can we-
probably worried
let's quick
sick.
eat,
Yeah,
drink.
broke. She can't even pay him.
Talk to Big D.
And then I need to
Gotta-
take a longer rest
We
because
gotta get
I still
back.
hurt to play.
What time
I
is
would.
it?
Do we
It
get,
is about
Eat some
3
food
o'clock in
and
the
drink
morning.
some-
do we get a
geez.
pass? Do we get a pass to the VIP lounge now?
The champagne room?
You can go
I wouldn't.
ask. So Bonnie comes back
Drink
in.
some, yeah.
Says, "Is there anything else that you'll be needing then?"
One of the treasures from the case down there, please.
Good
And I
stuff.
give her a wink.
You can talk to Dernan about that.
I will.
I think what we just need tonight is a room until the morning. We've been
Oh,
through an
yeah.
awful lot.
Town's in turmoil.
Down the hall, there are rooms prepared for you.
Oh, really?
Thank you. How many?
Apparently knows
Just
a lot.
curious.
It's for
4.
Fire rooms.
Rygar.
Well, ladies, let's go.
Ladies, flip your hair.
You're in my room.
The first one to shack up. Rhaegar!
Give some Rygar.
I mean, if you want.
It's okay.
He seems a little too excited about that.
All right, so you guys get to your rooms. Other than Rygar and Vincent, what are the other
Well, I want
pairs?
to talk to Durden.
Okay, so you,
Wasn't Durden coming up for us or no?
um,
Bonnie was, I thought.
Bonnie went down and up.
Oh, okay.
I don't care. I'm just walking into a room. I open the first room and I
You
go
go
in,
into a
so
room?
somebody has
Alright,
to
very good.
sit with me.
I'll
Any-
follow her in.
So Melcy, alright.
Yeah.
You're the 3 ladies are taking one room?
Yep.
Okay, very good. So Vincent and Rygar have
Wait, do
another.
we have 4 rooms?
Eli
Oh, I'll go in
and
my own room.
okay, you go in your own room.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna do.
Eli and Morthos
And the kid.
and the kid. Okay, and then Hold. Are you taking a room?
You can go with Solas.
There's
Solas
another
by
room?
herself.
There's there's a bed. So you don't need a bed. You don't sleep, but
I
what are you
just
doing?
finished it too.
I gotta shut down.
You're just going down to Durnan,
I
right?
never sleep.
Yeah, for a minute.
Okay, so you're going down to Durnan. So let's. Are there any conversations that any of you wish to have with each other?
Yes.
Night.
Night sleeping.
Okay, so Vincent and Rygar, go ahead.
You throw the
Sleepy.
deuces.
Rygar, what do you remember?
Well, not much. But I believe one of my arrows pierced a dragon. I think I killed it. But other than that, the unicorn.
I think I remember. You remember wrong.
I do
You're
remember
right.
the unicorn.
We did, well, you did kill a dragon. I show him the scales.
Wow.
And there's another thing. And I let me see that bag of holding.
Sure.
And so I open it up and I reach inside and I'm picturing the unicorn.
It appears in your hand.
I pull it out. And I
And
show
when
it
you
to him.
do, you hear. Help!
Gulp.
Help.
Help. That's
Do I hear that?
Did you hear anything?
It's only in your head. It's
Again.
not audible. It's more
Okay.
psychic.
Hear anything? No. I don't hear anything.
All right. Well, never mind. We did get the unicorn.
Huh. Well,
A couple seconds later, you hear. Trapped.
I shake it.
Shake it, baby.
Roll. Are you just shaking it? Are you trying
Just
to
like
Yeah.
gently.
gently?
Like a Christmas present.
Trapped.
Okay.
what is it? What is it, wizard?
This is. I keep hearing voices in my head. I think there's something trapped in here. Sure, you want to sleep with him?
Why
There's
are
something
they only
trapped in it.
speaking to you?
This is why you guys are spooning in the same bed, right?
Of course.
All right.
I don't
They're actually butt to
Trying to set
butt.
the scene. Trying to set the scene.
Here, you hold it.
And you grab it, and this is the first time that you've held it because
That's the butt.
Vincent
That's right.
walked in with his eyes closed, grabbed it, and put it right in the bag. So as you touch it, you hear in your mind, help!
My word. I
Loved it.
Golly.
Golly gee.
My word.
Can you hear us?
Right? That's
Yes.
not just me.
You
Trap!
responded. Yes. It's a trap. How do we free you?
I think it's a break.
Oh.
Break it? No. We don't know what it is. We probably should take it to Master Name.
Roll investigation.
There's a plug on the bottom like a piggy bank.
That's not how you get money out of a piggy bank.
22.
22.
Unicorn.
As you look at it, you notice a very, so it has a pink bow. It has a weird kind of smile, kind of like a side smile.
Ooh, creepy.
Rise.
And it has around its neck kind of runes that are almost the same color as the white skin. It's just kind of an off-white set of runes. And you look and you see its tail, and the tail is what catches your eye the most. It's not a typical unicorn tail, which would be long and flowing. The tail is actually cut off, and it's just like a nub.
The work on this is intriguing around the neck, but I don't know if I've seen a tail like this for a unicorn. What do you make of it?
It's almost like it was like a show horse, no? Like it was primped and...
This pink bow is exquisite.
Yes, yes. It is very nice.
Rygar, in your head you hear, man!
I believe it's a man.
The bow is a man?
Can I make an Arcana check on the unicorn? If
Yeah.
I've seen something similar to it.
Man, we are rolling very
It's a
bad
13.
tonight.
13. You look over the runes around the neck that Rygar points out to you, and you recognize them as a transmutation incantation.
Looks like it was, maybe it was transformed into this.
So we shouldn't smash it.
Probably. That's a good idea.
Do you agree, unicorn?
Ask him who he is. Name.
Do you have a name?
Yes.
Well, what is your name?
No.
No. I believe he said no, but I...
No as in no? Like negative? Or no as in...
Hard to tell.
Hmm. I think we should just keep this under wraps until we can get more information.
I do feel bad for the poor lad, but I guess...
He's like 80 years old.
Put him back in. Put him back in.
What do you think?
Well, I'm no wizard. I don't know what to do with it.
You know, maybe we can wait until everybody falls asleep and we can just go see Master Name.
Ooh, okay.
What time is it? Like 8?
3 in the morning.
I forgot what time it was.
Maybe we just hit him first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
At dawn. Yes. I do need to rest a little bit.
Yeah. Maybe we can get
I'm a real boy.
I put him back in.
Okay, he's in.
And he comes out dead.
Any other conversations that you guys are having?
Any what? I'm sorry?
Morthos?
Okay. Durnan sees you come down the stairs. He looks at you with a smile. Ah, bugger. The big metal man. How you doing, son?
Fine. You made it out of the alley. All is well.
Kylie as Alien. Huh. He was a bugger.
Oh, you knew about this then? Have you been in?
No.
Any others come out? Oh, wait, why was the exit in your bar?
It's my bar's paradise.
Apparently.
It was Kylie's favorite spot.
Oh. Interesting. Well, I got all night, fella. You got all night?
Always have all night.
If you ever want to chat, I'll be sitting right here.
No, don't want to. Right?
Real quick, I'd just like to continue on and ask Vincent, was there anything else that I missed? Anything of note?
You mean in the Blue Alley?
Yes.
Yes. I mean, Sola risked all our lives to get a sword.
That's what the first thing you say is.
I'm very upset about this dragon.
The one I
We
slayed.
tried
Kind of
hard.
reminds me
What's
of
that?
The one I slayed.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I knew right away.
His name was Hisara. Yeah.
Isara.
Does that ring a bell?
No, I
You
don't.
vaguely remember that name in the battle being called out by Vincent, now that you think about it. Hisara Vanye.
Isara, you screamed at the battle.
Mm-hmm. Apparently, he was driven insane by being trapped in the blue alley. So, but that's in the past now. He's gone.
Wow. Now I feel kind of bad for slaying him.
Yes, it was a terrible loss to destroy such a creature, but it can't be helped now. Don't rack your brain over it.
Anything else worth mentioning?
We did recover several items. It'll take me some time to identify what they are, but we did come out with some helpful tools.
Did we find anything on this Kylie? I don't know.
You do recall the murals that you saw.
Oh, I do.
You do.
Oh.
Just the truth.
Then we can end this conversation.
I like your smirk.
Forget it, I know everything.
Kind of matched exactly the unicorn's face.
Kind of all came back to me rather suddenly.
So I spent maybe half an hour just giving him the.
Okay.
the run
So you guys do that. You all sleep, go to bed, take your long rest,
Level up.
and we will pick things up there next session.
Who levels up?
And
All of us.
No.
No
Not
way.
you.
No.
yeah,
You gotta show up every once in a while.
I've been here every single time.
you guys get 10 experience from the skeletons.
Nice. Halfway to level.
Eli, you don't.
Oh.
But you get 10 experience for getting Kyle out of there safely and figuring out how to exit.
Nice.
And you all get an extra 20 experience for making it through the blue alley alive.
Yay.
And you get I can't remember everyone was involved in the shadow battle but Eli.
Mm-hmm.
So you all get 5 experience for that as well. Vincent, you get an extra 5 experience for the perception with regard to the pit and the lightning hallway. All right, and Dakota, why don't you come on in here? Can you put on the main view?
I'm not.
Pretty sure I
I'm nowhere near it.
Yeah, you were good at it.
by 3 points.
You're so
I got
close to that.
203.
Nice.
Just remembering all the names.
Where are you at?
I'm
203?
gonna ask you.
I need 30
Yeah.
more. 30 more.
No, you're good.
74.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching tonight. And for the people that were kind of getting in later in the stream, if you have any questions, if you're wondering how the story started or wondering how the characters are the way they are, please feel free to go onto youtube.com and check out Loop, Die, Repeat. We have the entire storyline there and it will stay there. Twitch only lets us keep the last couple weeks unless we're hiring streamers, so that's just how the way the cookie crumbles. So, do know that that also helps if you go there, like, subscribe, etc., but it just boosts our visibility on other platforms. So thank you for tonight for everyone who followed, the new people that were kind of going in and out of chat. Thank you so much. And thank you for Scoop for the donos. We always appreciate it. And please, everyone, in case you're wondering, if you donate 100 bits, you're more than welcome to give inspiration to any one character or the DM. We prefer not the DM. He prefers it. We don't. He already has fancy metal dice that give him 20s a lot, and we have dice that give us 1s a lot. So, in case you haven't noticed from tonight. So anyway, just thank you so much for everything, and for the people that we host, like Holding Action and everyone, just know that there are other channels that we host. So if you see us live, based without a notification, just know that we're hosting other channels through the week who are typically Dungeons and Dragons based or board game based. And if you want to be a part of that, if you want to join in on that and host us and we'll host you back, we'd love to reciprocate, and we just want to spread the love with the channel. So we hope to see you next week at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Actually,
Wait.
No.
Oh, sorry about that.
yeah,
You have a
next,
problem with
next Tuesday,
This guy.
we are not playing, unfortunately. I will not be here. I have to go down to Florida.
So you
Oh,
wanna
what
come
a
here anyway?
struggle.
Let's do
Oh,
something
you
fun
poor
with board games.
thing.
Yeah.
So
Do you guys want to do board games here next Tuesday?
I'll
I
be at
can't.
work.
Yeah,
Oh.
several of us actually can't make it. So we'll be off next Tuesday,
think
and
it's a surprise stream,
then
maybe.
the following Tuesday we will pick things back up. So in 2 weeks, we'll pick things back up right here as we continue with Moniker's story. You guys are going to have 10 days of downtime as you can kind of do what you want in Waterdeep, as you reconnoiter and whatever things you're going to focus on. And so we'll have a little bit of probably be a role play heavy episode next time. And that's okay, those are fun.
Game fun.
And we will set things up for the next little story arc. All right. So thank you all for watching us tonight, and we really appreciate you sticking around. And we look forward to seeing you in 2 Tuesdays when we will continue to loot, die, and repeat. Good night, everybody.